hush so my mind could just cease, so my mind don't erupt. At times I feel I can't get enough, but I sip a double cup, then I spin a couple bucks. Sending out some love to my blood, to my girl, to my buds, to the homie up above.
Man, I don't know what it is about this time of year.
The eggnog.
Sound of sleigh bells ringing through the air.
The smell of fresh broken glass in the air.
Yeah, it's Christmas in California.
There's just something about this time of year that makes me want to give to the people I care most about. So being in California, that means I go into local retail outlets to do some smash and grab Christmas shoplifting.
Taking from businesses means I have more gifts to give to the people I love. And isn't that what Christmas is all about?
Going into stores and taking things without consequences is the trendiest thing in California since homelessness. There's really no downside.
It's not really stealing as much as it is reallocating the wealth to create a more even and mutually beneficial society.
Yeah, ever since California implemented the very progressive policy of not prosecuting shoplifters, it's made my Christmas shopping more affordable than ever.
I'm glad we're decriminalizing crime. I think that's gonna help society become more inclusive for people who want to live without consequences.
Damn it, someone already got this place. Brent, was this you? You said I could have it.
After the murder rate up in Portland jumped up to 800%, I moved the family down to California because Portland is just not a safe place to crime in anymore.
Stealing, please don't use that term because it's stigmatizing.
I mean, look, we know the rules. We steal less than $950 per store to avoid being prosecuted.
Which is pretty easy to do because usually your Christmas trash bag's gonna break well before that. So it's kind of like a self-regulating system.
Yeah, I used to do a lot of smash and grab out in Georgia, but they have too much prison there. So moved to California.
The pandemic's been hard on the state of California, with the state's politicians creating lockdowns that destroyed most small businesses. But now because the same politicians have made it legal to steal from the few small businesses that are still alive, I think things are only gonna get better.
Look, I've lived in California my whole life, okay? I've stayed safe throughout this entire pandemic, which we're still at the very beginning of. And so I obviously also stay safe while I shoplift. I wear my mask, I wear my other mask, I wear my third mask.
Shimamoto Cage, とどめを刺せ。やめろ島本刑事やめろやめろどうだな助けに来た男に殺される気分は
There you go, folks. Andres, was that you actually with the machine gun up there on that hill in one of you, like back in time?
Nope, that was my friend that I know previously in my old job from the 70s.
Oh, okay. With you, having been time traveled and lived in, for so long and whatnot, have you learned other language? Do you understand Japanese, for instance?
Yeah, but it's small, but getting old now, so I don't longer have the precise.
You're not getting old. Shut the fuck up. Old.
Anyway, yeah, I just like how you just avoiding episode 5 of The Walking Dead.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Right?
All right,
using 2 clips, to just avoid it. I just love it. And by the way, the best 2 clips of the show. I think you need to reuse that in the next show.
What's that? Which ones?
Well, the Spider-Man one I like. The one with the criminals, they're just like apparently helping California for no good reason.
Oh, you like that one a lot? You like that one?
Yes.
You know what they're talking about, right?
Yes.
I'm not trying to, folks. Of course, we don't really get into politics out here unless it's
exactly.
unless it's a part of the the discussion or whatever, whatnot, and it happens to be a part of it. It's done well, but at the same time, though, I will put it out there. The reason why they're making that video is because they're making fun of Prop 47, that for whatever reason the California voters voted in, and of course, states like Washington, of course, like followed suit and did their own version and whatnot, and they basically decriminalized like crime. You know what I'm saying? Like, so at this point now, like that's why they have like the highest rate of like of vehicle break-ins and like vehicle theft. You know what I'm saying? Like, like in like the world.
It's
right?
so stupid.
I know, it's funny.
They know that you cannot legalize crime because it's still gonna happen.
The criminals will go out with calculators. The drug addict, they're all drug addicts mostly. They're just trying to feed their habits, and they bring calculators with them so that when they go to rob the cars, they make sure that they stay under that limit, right? That amount. It's a different amount of money for different crimes. But if you go in and just steal shit like shoplift and whatnot and everything, that's like $250 or $300 or maybe something like that. The car thing is actually like $500. So as long as you keep it under 500, if a cop catches you, you just broke through somebody's window of their car and you're in there like sitting there stealing their shit, all you get is a ticket.
Right.
Yeah, that's it. And the cop just says, okay, we'll go home.
Well,
who knows? Anyways, it is funny as hell, though. The whole skit is really funny. I've got some good ones I haven't even played for you yet. I'm saving them because I like to shift them around. I don't want to overdo them, So sometimes I just take them out of action for a couple of months and I don't play them. But folks, hey, guess what? What is it? Episode 5, right? It's nice when you can measure the episodes of your new show, the MCU Bleeding Edge Report, quickly as a hashtag starting to catch fire on multiple social media platforms daily, right? Just like Andre's the pop culture guy is starting to catch fire. I haven't sent you the screenshots yet, brother. I told you I was going to shadow fucking blast your shit hashtag wise on everything and whatnot for a while. Well, it's starting to pick up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I usually tag my stuff. When
I tag you as Andre's the pop culture guy.
Okay.
It's I told you before a long time ago, remember? It's the most simplistic and short and yet effective version of your title. That's what I would use if I was you. If I was in your shoes, I would go with that. Just as my title, not as my show or anything like that. Not just as like, when I go on somebody's show to guest or like you or when you're the special guest co-host of the MCU Bleeding Edge Report as of now, because I put in the description for the show. That's why I took a little bit extra time, Andres, that you made sure that you got the proper credit given.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So yes, Andres the pop culture guy now goes in the annals as being level up for the quickest time ever in the history of the MCU Bleeding Edge. He's been leveled up to a special guest co-host on the MCU Bleeding Edge Report, folks. See how we don't fuck around over here.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
You put your time in and shit and whatnot, and you grind, right? And you're good people, and you fucking handle your business, and you're a good content creator, and you know how to fucking bust balls and get your balls busted and shit. You don't cry like a little baby and go run away or whatever, whatnot, and handle your shit like a pro. Guess what? We reward you. You know what I'm saying? Or I do anyway. Cybers is like, no, I'm just kidding. He just comes off like that sometimes, but but Andres will tell you though, he is actually a teddy bear. So.
I mean, I guess so.
If you ever
don't ask me, folks, because I don't know Cyber.
If he's in a good mood and he sits in the studio sometime after a show or whatnot, and you bullshit with him for 10 minutes or whatever, whatnot, and he actually smiles and starts to like crack jokes or whatever himself, you'll see him open up and whatnot, and that he is like actually really like sensitive and like, he has like a fun personality.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Hey, he's a organized man. So that's good.
Hey, he's been in content creation. You guys have been in content creation for a similar amount of time.
Yeah, me and him were like 10 years.
He's got a little over 10, I think.
Yeah, let me check because as I started producing the videos around 2014. So this is my 9th year. So next year is going to be my 10th anniversary. So I'm very excited to think about that.
We do this now, so, folks. This is one of the new. I was explaining I've been telling people about this whole new concept that Andres actually sort of like established on here. This is, of course, folks, the MCU's Bleeding Edge, our new Monday show, the MCU Bleeding Edge Report. I think we're going to pretty much from today on, at least for right now, we're going to plan our lives for 10. Just to be clear, I think that 10's a fair time until I kind of can navigate my way back, down to that 9:35 mark. I think 10's fair. And basically, you know, we're here once again to knock out another episode of The Walking Dead, Dead City episode 5, which I already told Andres in the studio. I think it was garbage. Basically, it was like like dog shit on fire for the most part, except for about a couple minutes. But I'll explain why. Maybe I don't think Andres agrees with me. That's okay though. We'll flush that out together. And we also have some really good, what Andres is here for, baby. The DC Pro, the DC Master. We've got some more DC Superman Legacy casting that's going to be widespread and come across and affect Gunn's whole, new universe. And we also are going to do a mini preview of the Marvels. And maybe even if Andres will be nice to me and let me do it, maybe even sneak in an Ahsoka trailer reaction.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
See what Andres thinks about that. I like it. I think it looks great.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
You saw it already?
Yeah, it's fine.
It looks good, right?
I mean, I didn't see it. I'm fine to see
didn't see
trailers.
Oh, okay. And I won't even bullshit you. Some of the characters in the trailer, I don't know who they are. I don't. I know who Thrawn is, but that's about it. You know what I'm saying? Thrawn, and I know who fucking Ahsoka is.
Yeah.
How can we miss her? She has that whole deal with her head, whatever that is, hair deal or whatever, because she's an alien,
Yeah, so those two characters, I know what you're talking about. So Mary Weston and then the other actress, both of them are from the Star Wars Rebels show.
The Rebels show, yes, and that's next for me. That is, yep. And I watched them together. I watched the first actress you named, Mary Stuart Masterson or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Who did you mention?
We're talking about the Ahsoka.
The actress you mentioned.
Mary Mary Weston.
Yes, her, and of course the very talented actress that plays Ahsoka in the live action form.
Rosie Dawson, great actress, right?
Rosario Dawson, yeah, and then and then the actual girl who voiced Ahsoka in the Clone Wars and in Rebels, right, was there too, and it was the three of them at the Disney at the Star Wars celebration last year or whatever when they had everybody on. Remember that big deal?
Yeah,
I watched their whole interview. It was like an hour long. It was really good. Basically, I just want to put it out there that I'm almost done with the Clone Wars right now. I'm in season 5, so I can watch Rebels, right? And I've got the books. I've got the Thrawn novels coming too. I'm in the mail, all 3 of them, that I'm all trying to jam out in time for the Ahsoka series when it drops. So I'm prepared and ready to handle my business, folks. Ain't playing here over here at the Bleeding Edge. True knowledge. Anyways, Andres, my friend. Back to the subject at hand. Now, folks, thank you for joining and checking out the MCU's Bleeding Edge, MCU Bleeding Edge Report, episode 5. We appreciate you. Of course, we'd love to see more of you live on these Monday shows on YouTube, especially. But we'll make that happen. That without guarantee. We just got to do more shows. But we appreciate all of you on all the platforms we're on. I don't think Andres even knows how many we're on. We're on a lot of them. So one of these days I'll show him. But we appreciate all of you. And thank you for all of you that catch this when this goes into video form. You're our biggest supporters. You guys get most of our stats. And we really appreciate you. Thank you very much. Thank you to Andres, as always. He's my brother, right? My friend. I might even give him a blowjob sometime if he's nice. No, I'm just kidding. But Andres sort of inserted from jump an angle that I like, which is we actually delve into the content creation aspect of things and kind of the internal workings of how we do things. But here at the Bleeding Edge, kind of like as a team, as friends, as fellow creators, right? For the most part, and I just want to point out that Andres is a really great example of just old-fashioned fucking work ethic, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the dude has been grinding. He's been in content creation longer than I have, right? And him and Cyber both. And since he's come on the show and whatnot and been on the panel, he has just killed it and evolved his game as he's gone. And I've watched it, right? He's not used to being on the panel. He's used to hosting his own shows, doing his own thing, making individual content, that alone just shows his humbleness, right? That he's comfortable coming in and, you know, being on a guest panel, which I think he actually enjoys anyway, to tell you the truth. I won't lie. But because he just gets to talk and like fanboy out and shit. And he does too. That's why he has the 17-minute. I'm not even gonna go there.
No, don't even go there. Apparently, Cyber Kendra thinks I'm 60 minutes. 60-minute man.
No.
Then you're the monologue man. It's
funny. It's funny to me though when you told me that you wanted to do the fucking Mission Impossible spoiler-free review. I laughed at my inside. I was laughing because I couldn't help myself. I was like, wait a minute. 17.75 minute dialogue. Pop culture guy Andres over here wants to do a. In my head, I'm thinking, I'm joking to myself. I didn't want to say it to you because I don't want to piss you, like, you know, fuck with you. But I'm like, it was just like, it was funny, man. What do you want me to say? I couldn't help myself. You would laugh.
First off, it's non-spoiler review. It wasn't a spoiler-free review.
Non-spoiler review. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Aren't those short?
It's like basically quick say like, oh yeah, it's a great film. I mean, the critics are saying it's right, and you know, I'm working on like a top ranking of the Mission Impossible films. I put this at number 4, my 4th favorite. So far.
I've seen a couple of them that by some of the big YouTubers that do them. That I've watched some of theirs, and they usually do theirs around like the 15-20 minute, like 25 minute. That's like max mark. Like that's how theirs usually are. Those are the longest ones I've ever seen. I've also seen ones that are 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, I haven't talked yet the Mission Impossible films in podcast form, but in terms of shortness, I mean, like 2, the first is like they're like middle of the road of the films, and then like when we get to 3 and like when we get to 4 to the new film, it's like it's like god tier action films, you know, just like the level of John Wick. That's all I have to say.
And I'm glad you mentioned that because this is something that we actually have talked about on a couple shows, Andres. You haven't been on that I've done with other guests, other creators, where like for instance on Sunday, even though it was a rough show, folks, I was out of town. I tried another remote show, and it was a quasi shit show. It wasn't a full blown one, but it was quasi. My Wi-Fi was terrible. I tested it really quick before the live stream. My download speed average was a 13. My upload was a 2. Okay, so I mean at that point, right? Like I didn't even bother. I got my cell phone out right there, and I because I knew that was going to be my only option right there, and even that wouldn't really work. But we did talk a little bit about Rogue One. We got into Andor season 1, doing our recap, and one of the things that I think is really cool. I don't know about if you feel this two-way, Andres, is that basically I end up like the Mission Impossible, for example, hypothetically, I wouldn't be watching the Clone Wars if not for Andor and the Mandalorian, right? Right, and people like Gunner, and people like Jason, from DJB Productions Network, people like Nate the Great, people like Star Wars fans that pushed me, with this stuff and whatnot, right? And at that point, like I end up deep diving stuff, like you talk about Mission Impossible. I end up going back and rewatching films, which is good.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's very like it happens like time to time. Like it's actually Scream. Like one of the actresses in Scream, I got into another show on Disney Plus, so that's been my main drive, and it's another show on Netflix that she's in. So yeah, it's the the same thing for me, but like other things that's going on in my life now. So yeah. But yeah, speaking of Cyber, like Cyber started in 2011, so he's actually a lot longer than us.
Yeah, Cyber, let me ask you a question real quick. Since you're here, this is the 5th episode of the MCU Bleeding Edge Report. Are you planning on at least popping in for like 5 minutes or whatever and whatnot, and like saying hello or whatever and whatnot, all that? I mean, even Gerald Glassford found time to come on a shit show like Andor Part 1 Season 1 recap, knowing I told him ahead of time that I was going to be at a hotel with shitty Wi-Fi and the show might not be all that good, but he still came on. And Gerald's busy as fuck. So no, I'm just messing with you, Cyber. But we'd love to see you come on, brother. Be nice, right? If you'd pop on for a segment sometime, we'd appreciate it. You just let me know. You'd like me to send you a link, sir. I'll be happy to send you one.
Yeah.
But Andre, sir, let me ask you, what do you think? I mean, how does it feel? How's it feeling so far? How does it feel so far doing these Monday shows? Is it working out? You enjoying it?
Yeah. I mean, I'm enjoying it. So, I mean, I think I'm more actually about you if you're enjoying the show, because
I'm having fun, dude. I can't wait until this bitch is on Roku TV.
No,
Right?
I think we're the same here.
I can't wait until it's on our mobile apps and whatnot, and people can go out on their phone and whatnot and be out doing whatever they're doing, and they can know that the Bleeding Edge report's coming on right at 9:35 or 10 p.m. or whatever on Monday night. And even if they're out doing whatever, they can pop in and catch us live for 10 or 15 minutes. Right?
Yeah.
Very fucking huge, man, isn't it?
Yeah, I agree. So, so far I'm pretty good. I mean, I'm shocked that I got back to watch Walking Dead. So I think I'm pretty excited for. Yeah.
Those two mobile apps, man, and the thought of the Roku TV, and then if I can get these bitches to get us on Amazon Fire TV too, and Apple TV, if Apple TV will even allow us on, because apparently they have like stringent like policies about like content and whatnot and everything, even worse than YouTube. So like, you know what I mean? Like at that point they might not even want to fuck with us. But if we can get on all them bitches, that shit might be enough to bring back my penis after I have the permanent erectile dysfunction from She-Hulk episode 7, right? I might be able to bounce back once that all comes together, right? And I know that like I can actually like, you know, give out a business card of us and be like, yeah, hey, give them a link, literally a business card with a link on it, or send them a link, and all I have to do is follow that link, and it's going to go right to the App Store or the Play Store, and there's going to be the MCU'S Bleeding Edge app right there. Andres with your name on it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking, Andres. But you know what I'm saying? But you feel me, though. It's going to be dope, man. And they can just hit that yes button. And right there, bro, they got access to all our shit.
Yep, that's definitely true.
That's right, baby.
Anyway.
Andre's going to be the star of the show on there. He's going to be killing it, right? There'll be 17.75 minute, videos all over the place.
17 minute. Yeah. I mean, we should change the Monday report to the Monologue Man, a 60-minute report.
All right. Okay. Now, so you tell me, going into episode 5 of the Walking Dead spinoff series, Dead City, Andres, we talked at the end of the last show that my expectation was that maybe this would be a really good episode because of the mutant fucking, walkers in the
sewers,
the trailers and shit. You know what I mean? Whatnot, like, they look fucking nasty, right? And my main thing was I wanted to know what the fuck they were about. Like, I wanted them to explain to us how they were. You see what I'm saying? I wanted to know why they were how they became like that and whatnot. If it was something the Croat did, right? Whatever. That's what I was looking for from it. I won't lie to you. That's what I wanted. It's not so much the monsters. It was like, okay, how did they become that? Well, they didn't give us any of that really. We only saw the one monster fucker briefly. I think what did you say last week, Andres? Let's just see, basically.
Yeah, let's just see where, I don't know where we're going, I guess, but we'll see. I don't know. I can't remember last week. It was just like, I mean, this episode wasn't that bad. I don't think it's the worst, but it's not good.
I think it's the worst episode out of the 5 we've watched.
Yeah. Well,
I'm sorry, but I think it is.
Yeah. Well, I think it's the twist. I don't know what was your opinion on the twist that we got revealed. That apparently, folks, this is a spoil review of the show. So, just click off and come back to you have a chance to see this episode. But so apparently that Maggie, so she had made a deal with the Korak, right? If I'm saying that right. Bringing Negan.
No, you said it right. You did. The Croat.
Okay, Korak. Okay. So the Korak made a deal with Maggie that she will give the son back if she leads Negan to the city and come back, right?
Wait a minute. Where did that come out?
Well,
with the grain shit, with all that, when she lied to Jenny?
Yeah. So like
Oh,
that's the reason she
oh,
wrote liar, because I think she knows right away that it was some,
see, I didn't get all that. That's powerful. Like
yeah.
that was really powerful when she put that on there. At first, I didn't know what it meant. Then I realized it was Jenny, and I was like, "Holy fuck!" Jenny finally has a use, right?
Yeah.
Like, thank God.
Yeah, exactly. So like now it makes sense, and then it also makes sense why Maggie is doing this now, because at first she's accusing the other the fella, the fella and her girlfriend that helped get into the car wreck.
She was right though. She was right though about no, she was about Tommaso.
Yeah.
She called it. She did. She was right. He admitted it.
Yes. Well, technically, both of them are in trouble, right? Like.
Well, wait a minute. Hold on. So your premise is you
Yeah.
think that she already had done a deal. She done her own deal with the Croat.
Yeah,
Right.
prior to the series opening, right? That's what we saw in that like flashback, like visions that were before, like prior to her to get out of the sewers, right? And then at the same time, you got what's the fella's name? I'm sorry, can you say that again, Jeff? Because it is true, the guy did rent it out the group to the car rack, but.
Oh, Tommaso, yes.
Yeah, Tommaso, right? That's all.
What we end up with alive in this, because basically what they do is, folks, in episode 5, they break up the entire series into 2 groups. They give us the Marshall Pearl, right, with Negan, right, which is just dead. The whole fucking they break it down into a dual episode where we go back and forth. One of those deals. It's just very unfortunate because the freaking and you can tell me what you think about this, Andres, but the whole thing with coming off episode 4 was that even though Negan saved the Marshal's life, the Marshal still wants to arrest him and get him off the island to take him wherever the fuck like he's supposed to be going to get executed for his crimes. And so at that point, like I'm not even sure what the hell. I mean, I found all their shit was just boring. All it was dialogue. You know what I'm saying? There was no action. And it wasn't even all that moving. And what was Negan even doing, man? Like, no, Negan don't. Why did Negan just kill the motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously, dude. Like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna let him take you to the dock, right? Like, and what you're gonna kill him then, and then walk all the way the fuck back to like go fucking, you know what I'm saying? Help Maggie or whatever, whatnot, right? By that time, Herschel Jr. would be dead. So like that makes no sense to me, right? Like I get it, he's a different guy and everything and whatnot, but he already killed the one dude the one night with the fucking group, right? Luther or whatever and whatnot. He had no problem killing his ass.
Yeah, it's like I feel like this episode felt like a true episode that got shrunk into episode 5. I feel like this series should have been 8 episodes or 9.
Me too. You know what, brother? Honestly, man, you're gonna love this. This is awesome. We're gonna have this is a real, folks. This is gonna be a real, tight, connective, X-Men mutant level, telepathic connection here between me and Andre's pop culture guy. I'm gonna show him right here that on my outline I have it written down flat out that if I can actually get to the right episode here. I literally have it written down, Andres, brother.
Okay.
Just to show you how close we are, man. My brother.
Okay. I'm excited.
Let's see it right here. I've got it.
Yeah, like let me talk until you get to that part.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, because so here's my problem. So this episode does the bad thing of putting like 2 twists in one episode, and that's where you get so confused. It's like, why do you need the embassy person to reveal that he ratted out his group?
Hold on.
Hold on. Like ratted his group, and then we have to reveal that Maggie has made a deal with the car rack. Oh my god!
Can you read that at the bottom?
A little bit.
Hold on.
too much exposition too far into the series. Yeah, should have okay, had
And
8
8
episodes.
episodes.
8 episodes. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Okay, there you go,
Yeah.
brother. There you go.
Yeah.
That's me writing. I write my outlines right while I'm watching the episodes.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
what I thought right at that moment towards the end of the episode. I was like, you know what?
So-
This makes no sense. They should not have done this like this.
No, like 8 episodes or like 9. I don't like 8 episodes makes sense, right?
You know why
It's
they did
like-
it the way that they did? Is because they're setting up for season 2. They are.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, when we get into that scene with the lady that's talking to the car wreck, because she seems like the big bad.
And they didn't even tell us what her name is.
Yeah, like I was watching it today. It's like they didn't say her name or
I'm sure I could find it right now, but I mean, like they never even said it.
no.
And at first, I thought that was a flashback. When the Croat was in that, tell me you didn't feel the same way. When the Croat was in the car, right?
Yeah.
And he pulled up to that building, and he was like looking at his ear and shit. I thought that was a flashback for a minute. I did. I thought maybe I missed something or whatever, whatnot, and I realized, and that was what was going on. I did not. It surprised me. I didn't realize that there was somebody above him.
It makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. So So this episode felt like it feels like one of the Disney Plus shows, right? Like we have this problem with the Disney Plus shows where like episode 5 or 4, whatever, goes downhill because they are exposition these major plot points that are going to probably be in the finale, right? And so and that's what happened today. Like we just got like these 2 plot points and 2 twists, and like we got this other thing that's like potentially set up for the second season of this city, which I'm fine with. I like the show, but I think
Her name is Nadama. She's called Nadama.
Okay.
She's played by Lisa Emery.
Okay, yeah. So because I know they like correct say her name. I couldn't remember what it was.
Well, the title of episode 6 is Doma Smo. So now we know why. I was wondering why it was called Doma. Now we know why.
Oh yes, Delmo. Yeah. So let me get into the title of this episode. Episode 5 is stories we tell ourselves.
Yeah.
So,
it's also directed by Ganja. Great name, Ganja. Ganja Montero, and it's written by Brenna Kuth.
Yeah. So I think the director did a good job with the scenes. It was just frustrating because it was like we were doing absolutely nothing. We were resting some scenes on typical Walking Dead stuff. If you've seen the show like me and Jeff has done over the years, and then the sewers thing was a big deal, right? But then it was just like, again, just like Walking Dead, typical factions, just like walking, no action. It's like
that's the thing though, Andres. I wish they would have done more Walking Dead type shit. That was you know what I'm saying? Something.
Yeah. Well, we had it, but my problem was just the way they light the sewers. Like, it's still, you're trying to be realistic how you light your sewers, but you just need to have a clear vision of where the sewer, what the sewer was, because it took me a while to just realize that the lady was getting killed by the walker before Emily got killed too. But yeah. So I'm with you, Jeff. I think it's not a good episode. I don't think it's great as the last 4 episodes we've watched. It was just like a frustrating Disney Plus show.
I mean, look. This is what I'll say. This is more probably. Oh shit! I went in the wrong direction there. Sorry, folks. I'm still getting used to this overhead camera or overhead microphone, but no. Like this could be personal bias, if anything. Like Willow, compared to Willow, where we reviewed Willow. That bitch was 8 episodes, and I'm telling you right now, when I found out, I thought Cyber told me it was gonna be 6. Cyber, you motherfucker. He told me it was gonna be 6 episodes. When I found out that it was gonna be 8, on the phone with one of our guests, Becky, that came on and whatnot and everything. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Seriously? We gotta do. You tell me we gotta do 3 more episode reviews of this fucking piece of shit." I'm like, God, I was man. I'm telling you, I almost cried inside. No. Bottom line, this is better, man. Episode 5 is better than fucking the whole series of Willow times 10.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm so like it is, bro. So
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying?
You know, if to inject this, I like this more than the Secret Invasion episode last week. Like, he didn't do the thing that like
Really?
Wow.
I mean, wow.
Well, like,
no, I love that you're doing that. I love you're crossing over and whatnot, because we talked about this. Remember how there's no way around it, and inevitably you end up doing it. I do it all the time. You see me do it.
Yeah. Well, it's like, okay, like I episode let's yeah. Oh my
Down
god.
there, baby. Down there, folks. Just to be clear, ladies. That's
very clear. Yeah. So, like, I mean, Secret Invasion is not a bad show, but it has done a couple of things that's just not working. And like you know, everyone knows that episode 4 last week, you know, titles is presumably dead, right? You kill off a character I like, and that's like very annoying, you know. And then the worst thing about this episode that didn't do a good thing was to kill off, you know, your characters, but to separate them and then to reveal this twist that like doesn't mean anything. I mean, just to make Negan to be angry, but then it's just I don't know, man. That whole twist with Maggie was just so like unnecessary for this episode. It's like,
I want to be optimistic because, again, we just as much as there's I don't care. Like, I'm gonna go check out. When I was earlier tonight, real quick, I was just on YouTube looking for good scenes that we could play that were short of the episode, right? That where I wouldn't have to deal with any bullshit with copyright or anything like that, whatnot, that I could just play quick, right? And whatnot, like, you know, of the episode. You know, that's always good to have that kind of visual angle here and there. For me, it really kind of like freshens things up to where I can remember things more. It sort of rejogs my memory a little bit to visualize some of the episode again. To see a trailer halfway through, right? Of a review of an episode or something. It does.
Yeah.
But so for me, what I noticed was there, you know, of course, there's other creators that are reviewing these episodes, and I'm going to talk to some of them. I will, right? I'll reach out to them, you know what I mean, and whatnot. I'll you know, see what I can do, because you know, next year, when we do season 2, right? Because I'm sure they'll jam the second season right out. It'll come right out. It'll be out next year. They'll have it out.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Just a heads up.
Oh, the writers! I forgot the strike.
The actors, the writers strike. So
right. Okay, yeah.
So it's gonna be longer, unfortunately.
That's true. Okay, so maybe it won't be 2024. Maybe it'll be 2025. But either way, either way. By the time you know, honestly, folks, I pray to God that Andres and I are both healthy and well and everything and whatnot and everything, and that in 2 years we can come together. We can review season 2 of this show. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me as a creator, things like that are really what matter to me. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, it's not so much that you have to be best friends with other creators. It's that being able to share experiences like that with each other, right? It's great. It's very powerful, and it makes for good content, right? When you get to, because you get to, you have that shared experience, and you spent that time together reviewing a show, right? You know what I mean? Like, so you've got that sort of chemistry there already. You know what to expect from the other person that's sitting across the table from you. But but Andres, I feel like they had to go in different parallels with different tropes with the spin-off series. Naturally, you have to do that, right? Anyone would do that. You do that, I do that. But the question would be, how will you handle it? Like, how well do you perform in doing it? Going away from the formula, right? So at that point, you tell me. I feel like, in a way, almost this episode really emblazoned to me too much of a push to get away from the key premise that made The Walking Dead work. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I yeah, sort of. I see. That's not my problem with the show. I think the show is sticking with the Walking Dead universe. My problem with this episode particularly, for me, it's just execution of plot lines. Like you don't need to put too much plot lines in your episode. Just keep one plot line. Like I think we just should have focused on Maggie in this whole episode. We don't need the Negan stuff. Like we could just bring back Negan to the next episode.
I don't know why they should. I don't know. They never should have separated them to begin with. The show should have been them together.
Yeah, that's true too.
Right?
Yeah.
Unless that's the plan for season 2 is to kind of break them up in season 1, get us into season 2 into a place where we don't know, we can't trust Maggie. We don't know what the fuck she's trying to do. I think she's just trying to save her son, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Right?
That's the game. Because
she's very aware of who the fucking Croat is too. Right? Like she knows about, like, he's got a rep, I'm sure. I'm sure everybody in that whole area down there during the war, they know who he is. Right? I'm sure rumors come out. And plus, remember, I remember enough from The Walking Dead to remember that a lot of the saviors ended up like fucking with the Hilltop and like either living with them or whatever and whatnot, right? Like they started actually getting along with some of them.
Yeah.
Right? They did.
Yeah, I think so. It's been a while for me to check out.
No, I mean, think about it though. I mean, the Walking Dead universe, they didn't have shit to do but talk, right? When you talk to people, even if you hate them, people are going to tell stories. I'm sure Negan has probably told people about the Croat.
Yeah, he did. Well, I guess that's the thing. Like the Marshal kind of did that, right? Like he was telling Negan about the brother, right? Like we saw the brother in episode 2, right? And I liked that scene. I liked the dialogue there. But it was kind of like compounded because of the actions that Negan was doing prior to that, bus thing. So it's kind of like, okay, what are we doing with the Marshal here? Like, is he going to be the side of Negan?
He will. I mean, that's the whole point of why they just had that prolonged dialogue.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, like, you know what? Honestly, I was warned about this. A fellow creator warned me about episode 5 and told me not to like walk in there. Like I told him, I was like, yo, I'm pumped. I can't wait to see fucking Maggie fight these mutant fucking alien fucking dead monsters and shit. And he laughed and he was like, you know what? I'm letting you know right now, bro. I'm not gonna spoil anything for you, but don't go into that episode thinking you're gonna be getting shit like that because it's very brief, and all it really is just a lot of talk. It's a lot of talk is all you're gonna get. And you know what? He was right. This episode is one big exposition.
Yeah,
that's what it is. Literally,
the worst kind. Like, I mean,
on both sides of the dichotomy where they tried to split them up, right? With Maggie and Negan, it's boring and just and it's exposition, and it doesn't even go anywhere.
No, I mean, like even the reveals, was kind of obvious. Like the embassy was so obvious that Polly made a deal, right? It's like, it's like why we needed that. Like, it just, I don't know. Like,
in a way, this connects to Secret Invasion weirdly, because you can't trust anybody right now. Everyone has their own agenda. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously.
That's true.
Like, I mean, I get where you're coming from with Maggie now.
Yeah.
I get it now. She's desperate. She does not want her son to die. She knows who the fucking Croat is.
Yeah, exactly.
The reason she wants Negan with her so badly, she don't need Negan to fight or kill people and shit like that and whatnot. She can do that on her own. Right? You know what I'm saying? I should have realized that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, she would never rely on Negan to be the reason that she can find somebody else. She can find people to go fight and storm the Croats, compound on her own.
Yeah.
She needs Negan for trade.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. You called it.
Yeah, so it makes sense now with that, and I'm at least I'm happy they revealed that, but I just wish we did it in a better way. Just I think get rid of I think that the emissary shouldn't die in last episode. Like, I hate that they did his death, and he was gonna die anyway in this episode. It's like, why you did that? It's just
I would like to, if I had been down there in those tours and Jenny had given me a blowjob, right? And her first word ever, right, as a mute, whatnot, was, "That's some good D." You know what I'm saying?
what kind of joke you doing? She's a kid. You're kidding me. Anyway, well,
I'm sure the actress is over 18.
I don't know, that's true. I mean,
They're
oh,
both
wait, hold on.
anyway,
hold
man.
on.
Come on, I'm just kidding, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, yeah, actually, let's talk about cheating here. Like,
Look, come on, bro. You have to remember who you're talking about here. I've had shows before where I've put up graphics saying that, like, I'm applying for a special position as an assistant, trainer or like mentor or whatever for the Young Avengers to work with the female members, right?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, and then we got the one with the Dave Chappelle one with.
yeah. Well, no. I mean, you know, yeah. I mean, seriously, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm joking. I'm joking.
I
man.
know. Yes.
Yeah, come on. Anyway, so let's get into Ginny. So Ginny is the one that shot the fire.
She shot the flare gun at the end.
Yeah,
to
the
get
flare
her
gun.
to alert
Yeah, so
Negan.
I just want to let people know because that was also confusing. Like,
Now,
I had to rewatch it.
Where does she have that flare the whole time?
I think so. Yeah. Like,
What did she see in Maggie's bag that Maggie was talking about when Maggie was like, "I think maybe you saw something in my bag."
the dinosaur.
Oh, the stuffed animal.
Yeah. So she didn't burn it. So she kept it for a reason. Maybe she was gonna use Ginny. Like, here's the thing. Now with the twist, she probably was gonna use Ginny to trap Negan to go to maybe to the car wreck, right? Like, if this plan wasn't gonna work, right? And so I think Ginny sort of thought about that's why she wrote the liar, because she realized that.
How did the stuffed animal make it to that like crackhead person or whatever that one day anyway?
And convenient.
Does it just look like the one that she lost in the woods with Negan?
Yeah, I mean,
It's not that one, obviously.
no. Well, I see that I cannot really answer because I haven't seen the like
In the beginning. They showed when we had the episode 2, whatever, where they had the flashbacks with Negan with Jenny, right, or whatever it was. With like that's when she lost it. She lost it in the woods.
Yeah, I don't know if like did Negan met Jenny during the Walking Dead show, or is this like new stuff for the show? Like,
I heard in between.
In between, yeah. So it's not that long. That's what it seems like, and you know, the toy didn't break too hard, so it's fine. I don't know. It's you have to I
don't understand what the deal with the toy even is, man. I don't even fucking get it. But so I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck. What did she find in Maggie's? Oh, it was the toy. Okay.
Yeah, and then she probably got the flame, the fire flame thing, whatever you call it.
And then when she calls out Tommaso as a rat, and they just like square off.
Yeah.
Right there and whatnot. Why didn't she kill him? The Maggie I know from The Walking Dead would have killed him. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you spare his life in that situation? For what purpose? Yeah. Like, I mean, what good was he to her at that point? What, as a soldier, like to help her get out of there?
Yeah, sort of. Well, it's also conflicting, right? Like, it's like first off, she's having that gas. She's
methane coming off the dead bodies. Yeah, she's breathing it and shit, and it's making her delirious. Yeah.
Yeah, so like she couldn't kill him at that moment. Like she could. I don't know.
She's killed a lot of fucking people, man.
Yeah.
And that she's killed a lot of walkers and a lot of people.
Yeah.
And that guy's soft. You know he is. He's soft.
Yes, he is.
Right? So I'm saying, like, literally, when she stared him down at that point right there, I thought for sure she was going to just pop him with a screwdriver, right, or whatever, or with a knife real quick. Because Maggie's real good, like with the knife. Remember, like, I mean, she'll do like when she fights actual people, She kills them just like walkers, right?
Yeah.
She does. She'll just straight, she'll just knife you right in the head.
Yeah. If you've seen all the seasons, yeah.
No, she could have killed him in less than a second. If she wanted to, she could have taken him right there.
Well
So-
then that's
I
good.
just didn't understand that at that point. I'm like, so logically, like, I mean, like, what use is he to you, other than to then have that scene afterwards where he talks about why he sold the shit out to the Croat. It was because it was to save his own life, right? For one thing, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
and also because he's a human being and he wanted to have a child with Amaya, right? You know what I'm saying and whatnot. And the Croat told him about Hilltop and Alexandria and all that shit.
Yeah.
Right?
Which they're survived. No, they're both gone, right? Hilltop and
The Hilltop still exists, I believe.
Okay, and Alejandro is destroyed, right?
What they're calling the bricks, I have no idea what that is. Is that the new name for the Hilltop?
I guess so. When you throw these names, I don't know where.
Yeah, remember at one point there she tells Amaya, take Jenny and go.
Yeah. I think I remember that. Yeah. When you hear those, there's usually that's like a community you heard from, within the Walking Dead universe, like as
It's
always.
all inconsistent. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. The Walking Dead, the shit was very concise. You understood where people were at with other people, right? It was not a fucking mirage. It wasn't complicated to figure out how a character felt about another character. They just fucking killed each other or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like there was no bullshit.
So here's the thing. That's another issue with this episode. Like, just like you know how horror films have this trope where I like the new Scream movie, Scream 6, but I understand the criticism for the new film because the core 4 characters that was from the last movie, Scream 5, there's a word that is like they were plot protected. They had like plot protected, so they were not able to cannot be killed in the film, right? So in this episode, in a typical horror fashion, we needed to keep those 2 characters, Amershon and his girlfriend, just to kill them off because we need, Walking Dead kills in this episode because we're not gonna get, the huge numbers for next episode, right? And so it's like, okay, so we didn't kill Amershon last episode because we want to keep them for next episode to reveal this twist that was kind of obvious, right? And then we're gonna kill him off anyway. And it's like, why? It's like, and the girlfriend dies too, and it's such a.
I know. And you know what? Hold on. Jenny.
Yeah. So okay. So So let me discuss this. Another horror trope. Like my late great father always brought this up. It was always funny. It was always the actor's makeup. Every time they fight or it was like something action oriented, it was always funny that they always look clean, like they still had their makeups, right? It was always funny when he brings that up, right? Here, it was funny now looking at this clip. I was like, oh, why is Maggie still clean? It's like, the scene could have been great if like blood was coming out from those heads and see her covered in blood. Like that could have made the scene whole much better. But no, it's so like, I don't know, like desanitized. You know what I mean, Jeff?
I do.
Like that's why it was so disappointing. It's like I forgot that it was like bloodless. Like I mean, it's typical of Walking Dead. Like some of these walkers are not like with blood. That's fine, but half the time when I seen the show, they always show you the blood and all that. But this one was just like so slow. And I brought this up in the chat, in the comments, that like I think it could have been better if they just Maggie used a gun, or like if they had guns, like this scene could have been much better. So shoot that thing up like so badly. I don't know. So yeah. So
you know what? That's I'm glad you mentioned that. You know what? I forgot all about that angle, that element of The Walking Dead, the gun element. I mean, they did always use guns. for the most part.
Yeah.
Like when especially when they would go into like typically into places like sewers or like, you know what I'm saying, abandoned buildings and whatnot and everything. They would clean them out with guns first. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Unless they had to use knives or like, you know what I'm saying? Right? Or unless they had to use like actual, you know, handheld weapon type combat, which there were situations where they did, right? Remember the prison?
Yep.
Right? In episode, what was it, season 2?
No. Prisons were in 3 or 4.
Yeah, right. At that point, I forget why, but for whatever reason, they couldn't use guns. Remember? It made more sense. It's because of the it was because of the tightness of the combat.
Yeah, the combat. Yeah. And then it's also like resources. Like
Yes, it made no sense.
It makes sense to spend so much of the bullets. It's like you need them.
Yes, and there were so many of them and whatnot and everything. It was obvious that like that would be better off with the close quarter contact, right? And that's when Rick fucking like straight killed. That's when Rick really kind of like one of the first times he showed himself like the real Rick, when that criminal fucking prison dude tried to fucking like set him up to get killed by that walker.
Yeah,
when they retook that block, and he just fucking split his dome. You know what I'm saying? With what, like a hatchet or whatever. Yeah. Remember that shit?
Yep.
Damn, that just shit. It was like that shit was cold.
Yeah, it was cold. The other one, oh my god, oh my god, there's a lot of moments that was great.
No, and you know what? And that's why I want to go back and watch it again, because I mean, I think Andrew Lincoln as an actor, the way he evolved that character, man.
Yeah.
It was just so powerful, right? Like, and that, I mean, honestly, folks, and you know, Andres and I will have shows after episode 6 of Dead City where we'll have time to do a segment here and there and whatnot, and we'll be able to revisit. Maybe we'll even talk about The Walking Dead a little bit more, and kind of like, why not, right? And we'll talk about, maybe we'll play some clips of some episodes and do some stuff like that. Why not, just for fun? But for me, I mentioned you before, Andres, about how what I felt was different about The Walking Dead, what it stood out about it, was the realism, right?
Yep.
The lack of the sort of like quasi slapstickish way that the zombies would be like displayed or facilitated into the plot of your typical zombie film. They went against it.
Yeah, they did.
Right? They did it in like a real world way. And then they displayed what the real graphic violence would be like that would be necessary to dispatch these fuckers in a dystopian society, right? You know what I mean? But, where shit's breaking down, even worse than The Last of Us, where they have the 20-year gap and shit at one point, right? But and like literally at the same time, what they did was that I thought was just so masterpiece. Was they just brought in they brought a cast in that, like Carol, for instance, right? Where, the actress just took that character and just fucking soared. You know what I'm saying? Right? She showed potential and she showed enough to the writers, right? And you know what I'm saying? And the directors and Kirkman, everybody running the show, that there was something there. You know what I mean? And whatnot. And they pushed it. Right? Yeah. With Daryl. You know what I mean? They let them act and they let them play those characters. Then they worked off of their strengths, right? And they just, they got lucky, man, with the way they cast that show. Andrew Lincoln they got lucky with him, man.
Yeah. Well, the casting was, spot on for certain characters. I'm not saying it was perfect for certain characters. For
a while there, they were nailing it.
Yeah, they were nailing it, and they still are. I mean, we still got a couple of them like getting big roles. I mean,
remember pre MCU there was The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead came out before the MCU, right?
No, it was like 2 years after the MCU.
Was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, this show started in 2010. At that point, Iron Man 2 came out. So that's they've been going on just like the MCU has. So.
No, you're right. Several of the, for instance,
Michonne is in Black Panther.
Well, she. Oh, that's okay, Kendra. Don't you worry about it. We will see you on Wednesday. Thank you very much. It's good to see you. Thank you for coming in and joining us.
Yeah. Well, we can discuss the Marvels. I mean, it's been quiet.
Oh no, but one thing I just want to point out though is just that Basically, for me, I think that yeah, of course, Michonne what is her? I forgot what is her MCU character called? Name called?
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Okoye.
Okoye. No, she's been. I mean, she had a prevalent role in Infinity War and in Endgame, right? So no, I mean, she's done really well, and I unfortunately, I think they're not gonna do that Wakanda Daryl Malaj Disney Plus series is not gonna happen now, sadly. But either way, no, the Taylor Green girl too, right? Remember she came in and did like 2 seasons and killed it.
Yeah.
And then she took off and became the what do you call it? She went on that Star Wars show, Star Wars Revolutions, whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
She was the captain.
Oh, Star Trek Discovery.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was the captain for what, 4 seasons or whatever.
5 seasons now.
I only know because my boy Jermaine, Jermaine that I told you about before, whatnot. My black gay brother. What up, Jermaine? Started Trekker's Delight coming off here, and I went on there like an asshole one time and watched half a season of that shit, and did one of their reviews. It was fun. You should watch it sometime, man.
Yeah. Well, then you got the mute woman that was in Eternals. She was in this show as well. So she was Makare, the space.
Oh yeah, you know. Oh no shit. Which character did she play?
She was a new character in the later seasons.
Oh no shit.
Yeah. I hold on. Her name is pretty easy. Oh, so if you're gonna search that, quickly, we got the release date for Daryl, so it's coming in September 10th.
We got to really say what?
Daryl, the Daryl show. The
Daryl, what is it?
It's coming out in September 10th. So, and this is also 6 episodes.
That's awesome. September 10th.
Yes.
Good to know. I like that. Folks. It's nice to actually be able to feel a sense of I'm on my way to writing this big ass PDF where I've got I think most of our shit all worked out for the rest of the year, and having this really solidifies things. So what is it again?
September 10th.
September 10th.
Yeah, the day before September 11th.
Now, what day of the week is that?
Here, let me check my calendar. Just give me a minute. It should be I guess Sunday, right? Because like The Walking Dead.
Okay. They drop these the same, just like on Sundays with The Walking Dead. They come out at what, 9:00 p.m.
Yeah, something like that. Let me just double check it. Yes. So just like, as always with The Walking Dead, it's always Sunday. So September 10th is gonna be on a Sunday. So folks, and so our Monday reports are Mondays. Our Monday reports is gonna be September 11th. So just okay. But hey, at least I can watch Walking Dead during this historic event.
Well, how much of a break do we have then? We've got episode 6 of Dead City, right, to cover on Monday.
Yes.
Coming up, right? So
okay, what's today?
Figure today's the 17th, right? So you figure that like the 24th we'll be doing the finale.
Yep.
So that means that we'll have basically like a month and 2 weeks.
6
shows.
7, 8. Yeah, so 8 weeks we're gonna have.
8 weeks? We'll have 8 weeks of shows to work with. Folks, that makes me salivate. That's exciting.
Yep.
It's nice to know that you have. Is that how many episodes you have to work with, or how many shows you have to work with to know what to plan and what to do? Right? You know what I'm saying? Because you never know. You might. I mean, maybe me and Mr. Andre the Pop Culture Guy decide to go fucking crazy and like review Snyder Cut or some shit or whatever. Like fuck it. You know what I mean?
Or Barbie.
or Barbie, maybe.
Barbie coming out soon this Friday. Oppenheimer. Oh my god, yeah. We can do a lot of movies. But I'm curious about.
I'll tell you what. We'll talk about it, brother. If I can get you to actually talk to me for a couple minutes, and whatnot, someday, we'll figure some shit out, where we do something different every fucking show for 8 shows in a row.
Well, maybe we should do is like comic reviews. I mean, that's something we need to do. Like read the, I don't know, Batman the Killing Joke.
Oh,
Or
okay. You want to do some more comic book orientated type content?
yeah,
Hey,
we could,
hey, listen, it wouldn't hurt to do at least a show of it. You know what I'm saying? Why not?
yeah. And then before we see the DC animation films because they based on those. So so it's But hey, we'll see.
You know
TV
what?
shows.
I'm glad you pointed that out to me because you know what? I'm not afraid to admit my mistakes and whatnot, and admit my stuff that I don't realize. But honestly, you pointed something out right there, Andres. That's unfortunate on my part, in that I typically will always, as Kendra knows, will always go and read the comics with these Disney Plus series, for instance, when I don't know the characters, like Miss Marvel, like with Kate Bishop. I read the Matt Fraction Hawkeye run, right? On Marvel Unlimited, right? Like I don't like to talk about it much, like how I treat my team and how I treat people that come on and grind with me and whatnot and everything, but I do pretty good by them. And so of course Cyber has Marvel Unlimited and whatnot and everything, and I'll keep it there. But yeah, I mean, I like to make sure that like people that are in a position of responsibility and whatnot, to help moderate, something like a Miss Marvel series, they also can go and then read that Fraction run too. Why not? Right? At least have the ability to try and do it. Now I wish they would have done that Hawkeye series. Actually, like that comic because man, it was the Fraction run was graphic. Like that Kate Bishop, she kills people and shit, and whatnot, and swears and shit and whatnot, fucks dudes.
That's Matt Fraction.
Yeah, it's totally different Kate Bishop than the one in
the show.
Totally different Clint Barton. Totally different Clint Barton too.
I mean, it was before, because that's funny because Jeremy Renner was cast in 2011. That was like the year the Matt Fraction came out.
I'm telling you, I swear to God, you're right. I swear, I think that they should do if any Disney Plus series other than Loki deserved a second season, I think it was Hawkeye.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I think that it just made sense, right?
Or a movie. I mean, that's always the option.
Yeah, no, but so basically, I guess let's do ratings for episode 5 for Dead City.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with. I'll start off. I'm gonna give it a 4.5.
Okay. Me is probably like a 6.5 out of 10. Ooh, Sin City. Yep, good choice, Kendra.
I'm adding it right now, Kendra. I'm adding it to the review these movies list.
Yeah. The Crow. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Ooh, you know what? Check this out, Andres. I got you, brother.
Yeah, The Crow is one that I do.
Okay, I got you something with The Crow.
Yeah.
I got you, bro. I got you on that Crow shit.
And of course, he's disappeared.
Oh, shut up. Right here.
Jeez, that was just a joke. I was like, disappeared.
You gonna cry because I was gone for a minute?
No, I was gonna make a joke. You disappeared like a magician.
Oh, you mentioned The Crow. Well, there you go, bruh.
Hey, nice shirt. I like that. That's very cool.
Well, you can thank Isabella, my daughter, because she's the one that wanted to go to Spencer's at the mall, and it was only because we were at Spencer's, so I bought the shirt.
Oh.
On sale, and I love The Crow. Oh, man. You know what, Kendra? Now I got to add The Crow to the fucking list.
Yeah.
God damn, this list is getting longer and longer.
Yeah, oh god, there's too many.
You figure out what movie you wanted to pick for your pick for the movie reviews?
I got a couple in mind. So
all right.
But yeah. It's tough. I was just thinking about a horror movie or independent movie. But we'll see.
Here, I can tell you I can even tell you what date your
Alright.
pick is. It's right here. My book's right here.
Yeah.
Sorry, folks. Sometimes you gotta move around and stuff and whatnot and everything in content creation that happens, even in live streams.
Yeah. And also, I mean, as as you've seen before, we don't like this episode, so we're just gonna be slacking out.
It was not. Listen, it wasn't the worst. Believe me, I've seen worse episodes of TV shows than that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Hey, look. Our numbers say it's not the worst, so it's okay. But, hey, I mean, I'll watch this over like She-Hulk and.
Oh God, I would hope so.
Yeah, I mean, all the night, like
This Friday, folks, 9:35 p.m. Eastern. The night, one of the nights of the shows that I'm actually always able to make it 9:35 Eastern. We're doing 7. We're doing 7 next Friday. Back to the Future.
Maybe. Yeah. So Back to the Future. So wait. So
August 4th, Braveheart. August 11th, Mac and Me. August 18th is your pick.
Oh God. Oh
So
God.
the third Friday of August. If not for you making the pick, it would have been the Punisher, the Dolph Lundgren Punisher.
Oh, okay. So, all right. Well, I think I know what I should do.
You got plenty of time to. I mean, so you can let me know. You're gonna get more than one chance to pick a movie. So like, right? Yeah. So you think you know what you want to pick?
Yeah. Well, I think I'm in for Mission Impossible. I think we need to do one of those movies.
The first one would be really cool.
Oh, I was thinking about the second one because the second one is so bonkers bad.
Yeah, but if you're gonna do regular movie reviews, right? It's like Back to the Future.
Oh yeah, like start at the beginning. Yeah.
Writer asked me already, like, okay, they wanted to know about the date of Back to the Future because I changed it, and he's like, I want to be on. He's like, are we doing all 3 of them in one show? I'm like, nah, bro. I'm like, we don't do that. I'm like, I did that with Mark Rutledge. God bless you, Mark. But I did that. He wanted to do a 3 movie review, 2 movie review, and 1 show deal for a while there. Whatnot. I tried it like once or twice. It's not fun. I don't like it. It's not 1 movie per show. No, if we're gonna start with Back to the Future, and then of course probably within the next year we'll do the other 2 films, right? I mean, why not?
Yeah.
So at that point, it only makes sense to do them in like actual order, right?
That's true. And hey, the first movie is great. So I mean, we got the 7 movie out, so it makes sense. So
well, then also you got to think about this too. However long it takes for me to finally like actually reconfigure and get it to where like our content and our shows are up, and we can viably just decide to have shows and put content out on Roku, on Apple, Fire TV, on the mobile apps, right? We're gonna want to do other movie reviews beyond just the Friday shows or whatnot. We're gonna want to just do them just for content purposes, just to fill content on the fucking apps, on the channel and whatnot, right? You know what I mean? So like, if you like to review movies, folks, if you're out there and you like to review movies and you're worth the fuck, hit us up at the Bleeding Edge. We could probably use you on the panel.
Yeah.
We like to review movies and we like to review TV series.
Yeah. Oh my God! Imagine us doing House TV show. I love House. That's such.
I wish that I would have gotten into that would be more, that's actually more like current. That would have been doable. It would have been the what do you call it? That Kevin Costner one. Yellowstone on Paramount Plus.
Okay.
I would have loved to have either done that or at least like jumped on like 1883 or like the other one. You know what I'm saying? The spin-off ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I love Westerns. I do. I love anything Western. I love that kind of genre trope. Speaking of which, I meant to drop Unforgiven into the order of the rest of our film reviews for the year, and I did not. I forgot to drop it in there. I did. And we don't have a single Western for the rest of the year, unfortunately.
Oh, no, I changed my mind. We need to do Django Unchained. That is the Western we need to talk about. I love that movie. It's my second favorite.
Django Unchained?
Yeah. It's my second favorite Tarantino film after Jackie Brown. So we need to do that. That's my pick. I'm done.
Well, wait to hear this, Andres. You're going to get a hard on here in a minute. I promise.
Okay, tell me.
In September,
No.
in September, on the 1st, we have Saving Private Ryan.
Okay. Right.
On the 29th, we have Coming to America, with Eddie Murphy.
Oh god.
You know it's absolutely goddamn hilarious.
Oh my god. The McDonald's scene is funny because the robber is Samuel Jackson.
Yes, really.
Oh god.
And so beyond that, we have let's see, Mallrats, which I never watched, on the 22nd of September. I've never seen it. We have The Godfather, October 11th.
Ooh, I need to be in that one.
Godfather.
Yep.
That's right. And Cyber's never seen the Godfather film, so we decided between me and him that he's going to be on the panel for all of them. I'll moderate all of the Godfather trilogy movies.
You're coming in. I seen the 3 Godfathers.
I want him to enjoy the the reviews and whatnot and everything. So I was like, look, man, this how, like I said, folks, we take care of each other over here. I was like, if you want, you just go on the panel. That way you can just talk about the films, enjoy yourself, relax, right? You don't have to worry about any responsibilities or whatever, or outlines or whatever. I'll handle all that, right? And that's just because it's a unique experience. He's never seen the films. You know what I'm saying? So, honestly, I've never had a chance to see my co-host come in authentic on a movie review, having never watched a movie like that, of that scale, right? So, like, I want to hear what I'm almost excited even now to start thinking about what he's going to have to say to my question.
Yeah. My bet is he will like the first 2 parts as usual, like all of us, and then the 3rd part is the worst.
Oh, Godfather 2 is going to blow him away because on the 25th of October, 2 weeks later, we're going to do the Godfather 2.
Oh my god, I'm in for part 2. That movie is great. I mean,
why do you think I busted this out? I knew once I started telling you about this and whatnot, you were going to start freaking out.
Oh god, I love the Godfather. It's great cinema masterpiece. Watch it, folks. It's amazing. I mean, Godfather Part 2. I mean, it's also
Wait, I'm not even done yet. So the finale of Loki is Friday the 10th of November.
Right.
On Wednesdays, we're going to be doing our movie reviews on Wednesdays because of Loki. So the Godfather and all that whatnot, that'll be on Wednesday nights, right?
Okay.
Main show. Now, on the 15th and the 22nd of November, we have enough room to fit in 2 more DC animated reviews for the end of the year.
That's cool.
I figured you'd be happy about that.
Yeah.
Before we start on the 29th of the Wednesday, the 29th of November, we start Echo episode 1.
Okay. So we're going to do that every week. Okay. That makes sense.
We're going to do episodically. Yep.
Okay.
Just like any other Disney Plus series show. Why not?
Yeah, that's fine.
Give it the same treatment. That's how we do it. Every series gets treated the same way. I don't care if they dump it or how they want to do it, whatever. It gets done weekly, episodically, so that we're able to have that consistent, what style and whatnot of how we present the shows, and we have that week to take in each episode.
That's true. Yeah, that's just true.
Right?
Yeah. With my hopes, sorry, Dave.
What were you gonna say?
Yeah, last year we changed up our format. We always do in the Marvel Plus talk is 2 episodes together, because sometimes I think it depends on the episode. Like Kendra, I think they did Tombstone, but Young Guys I don't know. But I thought that putting together 2 episodes make the hourly can go a bit longer, like 59 minutes or so, like an hour or so, to talk about those episodes. That's something we can do with Echo if it's really that bad, if I'm hearing right. But we'll see.
Yeah, they were going to cancel it completely and not even put it out.
Yeah, that's true. Oh god. Anyway, but yeah, that's what me and my hosts are doing. So, because next week, I'm curious what he's going to think about episode 3 and 4, Secret Invasion. Maybe he changed his mind. Or not, because what happened to Taros? I totally forgot that Taros died in episode 4. So, yeah.
Well, you know what, Mr. Executive Judge, or Miss Executive Judge, nice to see you again. No, we won't binge anything. For one thing, I have a traumatic brain injury. I never disclosed this, but I might as well put it out there. Nobody's really paying attention right now anyway. So I'll just put it out there. I have a traumatic brain injury. I can't binge shows anyway. The only show I binged since I got my traumatic brain injury was The Mandalorian. I watched the first 2 seasons in like 4 days, right? Because I liked it that much. But besides that, I don't binge shit.
Yeah, first up, it's very difficult, like, to do that. Like, I did it with Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. That's something we could do together. Because I actually did it with my channel, and I really love the show. I mean, I love it. I have a personal love of the show because it was a time when my dad was still alive. We actually sit a little bit to watch the show, so it was cool to watch the show.
I've been to Walking Dead. Remember I told you? I did.
Yeah, exactly.
I saw it on USA Network. They were playing a marathon of it.
Yeah.
Right? And I was like, oh man. I think this was right before season 3. And I went and got all the rest of like season 1 and season 2, and I just fucking jammed that shit.
Yeah. So, but yeah, like it's tough because of how many episodes we're doing, and I mean 6 episodes with Echo. But the thing is, it's like you don't know if those episodes are going to be forgettable or really bad.
Well, it's not just that, but Executive Judge Andres, throughout the course of each week, we might have 4 shows a week going. We might have 4. We might be doing 5 shows a week by then. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about fucking like November here, right? Like you have to understand, like I'm not wanting to like put too much of it out there. I've already talked a little bit about it earlier with Andres, but the MCU's Bleeding Edge has big plans, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we want to be out there to the biggest audience possible. And so like I'm slowly gravitating us into a place where like that's where we're going to be. If anybody really wants to know why, I joke about why we're not paywalled and whatnot and everything. It is partially just because I like to fuck around and just show that I can fucking talk all kinds of crazy shit and whatnot on here and be raw as fuck, and like still never have any trouble with YouTube ever about anything because we never do. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I've seen some of the stuff that people will put out there for their Patreon stuff. It's tame compared to some of the shit I say just during any random show. You know what I mean? So like,
I mean, there's other YouTubers. They're a little raunchy too, but
when you get into doing like Roku apps and channels, whatnot, and Amazon Fire TV and all that whatnot, they have all the paywalling right in there. Do you know what I'm saying? We're not right. Yeah. Like you don't need Patreon at that point.
Yeah. Well,
I always knew that.
Yeah. Well, and just remember those tame channels also have like other sponsors that they work for. So it's
when you have mobile apps, that's when you start selling subscriptions, and that's when you start doing things like that and whatnot, right? That's what mobile apps are for, essentially, right? Like, so that's why I've stayed away from Patreon and all that kind of stuff and whatnot, because I always have had plans, right? You know what I'm saying? It's just I'm very realistic. Andres knows content creation is a slow game. It's a long-term thing. It is not a like quick fix kind of deal.
Yeah.
You know, Andres knows damn well that I ain't bullshit when I say that. When I first started on here, I had 2 index cards, and my only 2 goals were to start a podcast, be on YouTube.
Yep. And I think he had like a chart, right? Like I remember.
No, that's all. No, that's all there was. That's all I at that point, honestly, Andres, I told you, at that point in my recovery, I did not think, even though I had killed it individually as a content creator, making individual content on small platforms and whatnot, and like blown up and put up big numbers and shit, that was covering politics. You know what I'm saying and whatnot, right? And like at that point, there was a frenzy with that kind of content, especially the short form kind.
Mm-hmm.
See, I fucked up, man. I loved making 1 minute short form content for years, and then it got super popular, and I didn't want anything to do with it anymore. I like long form content, man. Making 1 minute videos just bores me now. Anyways, folks, I apologize.
Django Unchained, like, what's going on? Like, we're talking about it. It's gonna be.
You want me to put it down?
Yeah. That's gonna be our next question.
I'll put it in right now.
Yes. That's great. I'm excited because.
Yeah, there you go, folks. There you go, folks. Once again, I demonstrate to you how the Bleeding Edge goes about things when it comes to taking care of like other creators and whatnot that like, you know what I'm saying, make an effort to like establish long-term relationships with us and whatnot and all that and everything and be a part of the team. You know, I threw away my pick for a movie review for that week and whatnot and everything in August on the 19th. It should be the 18th, so that Andres could have a chance to have his pick. He deserves it. You know what I'm saying? He's reviewed a lot of films with us and whatnot.
Yeah, since February. Just let you guys know. It's been 5 months, if you count it right.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, 5 months. It's crazy. We're already halfway through this year.
Me and Cyborg were talking about this the other night and whatnot and everything. I could not remember how long it had been. Neither could he.
Oh my god. No, don't think about it.
I thought it was like honestly, I think I actually said it was either 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, you were close. 4 or 5 months. Yeah, 5 months already. No. So I have a question. What was your pick for before mine? Like, what was that pick?
I told you it was the Dolph Lundgren Punisher from like 1989 or 90.
Right. I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, you're fine. No, that's what I had. Yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
No. I wanted to go in a comic book direction. You know what I mean? Whatnot, and I like that one too. But I will tell you this though. We did something different this time for once, and that's that we actually we got to a point in our picks where we started to kind of just decide to go in a direction of like sticking with a trope, and then we will both pick from the same trope. Like he said, I'm going to pick a sci-fi film. I was like, you know what? Well, I'll pick one too. Right.
Yeah.
And then after that, why don't we do horror? You pick a horror film and I'll do another horror film. We just started doing that at that point right there as a block.
Okay.
So at one point, we're going to have like 8 or 10 weeks where you're going to get the same. You're going to get like 2 sci-fi films in a row, 2 horror films in a row, 2 action films, 2 comedies.
See, I'm excited for that. So, hey, keep me posted. I want to be in one of those sci-fi things. I know them.
Of course. No, most definitely. In December, we end the year on the 29th, the Friday, with Gangs of New York.
That's a good one. I definitely want to be there because I like Scorsese. He's good.
On the 15th and the 22nd, we're back to Fridays at this point. We have The Rock and Face Off.
Oh my god, The Rock. I love The Rock. Face Off.
There's 5 Fridays in December, so on 5 movie reviews in December. On Friday the 1st, we have The Truman Show. Friday the 8th, The Cable Guy.
Truman Show, I'm in.
And then, oh geez, you know what? I gotta get my other scheduling book on. I know you want to hear the rest.
Oh my god. Oh god, folks, this is what I'm here for. Talking about movies, and this is a magical time. And
it's gonna be hot, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta get my scheduling book from the garage. Sure, let me go ahead and play a clip or whatever and whatnot and everything just to kill time for a second. If you go to the bathroom or something, go ahead, Andres.
Okay.
Catch me outside.
Are going to take off,
Some of them gonna bomb.
just like they've bombed in the comics.
What about
I
this
mean-
guy? You think this guy can make it for the Avengers?
One of Diamond Days, a ninja teaching flicks. Honey, let me see the sign there, honey. Come on in here, ninja. Here's my ninja. Diamond Days Ninja School. Come on down. What we're going to teach you, hold that, Lord. What we're going to teach you in our first episode is a proper stance and a proper kung fu. And you got your Judy chop, all right? You got your karate chop, and you got your ninja chop. Now, what smart thing to do is like when you use a judo chopping, you gotta say it, for you beginners, like a Judy chop. Because what you don't want to do is like be a Judy chopping and a kung fu kicking, and there goes your leg. There ain't much hauling for a one-legged ninja out there. Right there, hard as a rock, buddy. Let me show you something. I'll have last time, baby. Don't put it in front of your face. I don't want to hurt you. You got me? Now, what we're going to do here, we're going to work on the ninja chops. What we're going to do. You go a ninja chop. Well, now see, now sometimes it don't always work for a ninja, but it practice makes it perfect. Don't go ninja nobody. Don't need ninja. Alrighty? Now, them things there, if I was put them in my pockets, they'd get me for concealment of a deadly weapons. They say you got your son fella coming at you out in the trailer park. Regular cannon you say? No, says I. Watch this, people. Yeah, we just rolling through the trailer park. What's that? Ninja start. Right there. And some fella jumps out behind a trailer on you. You know, you got to put them on out yonder like that, and you can't get him caught up in your ninja outfit, you know. And like if a feller's coming at you with.
Dude, that guy lived right next door to me, man.
Yo, what the hell was that weapon he pulled out there? Was that a crack pipe? Like,
It looked like a damn skull can or something, didn't it?
Where did you find that?
Listen, hey, that guy that he said that in, that is his interview tape for the Special Olympics Avengers.
That dude don't stand a prayer.
Oh,
that dude.
It's amazing something like that dude's probably popular as hell from that video.
Dude, that guy could beat Kate Bishop's ass.
Alpha Flight will whoop his ass. Puck will whoop his ass. Ninja chopping, man. Puck will whoop his ass. North Star beat his ass, and that's bad.
I was watching Andrew during that. Andrew just like put his head back and he's like, "Oh man,
hell, man."
I already saw that clip, so I'm like, "Oh, this is gonna be like another minute."
You hear that, folks? Stay away from drugs and alcohol, okay? It ruins people's lives.
I love Tyrone Biggins. Hey, I don't know.
I love drugs and alcohol. It's coincidental, right?
This year's Halloween, I think I'm gonna dress up as like Tyrone after he's got his life back together.
Yo, you should dress up. You should dress up as Prince from the Prince episode.
The Prince episode,
where he's playing basketball and shit.
Yeah, I'm a little chubby. I'm a little chubby to pull Prince off. You know what I'm saying?
You can bring some pancakes.
Maybe,
You're a little chubby to pull up a crackhead too, Fred.
Or do the Rick James.
You went to rehab.
When he the other side.
Do the Rick James to be licking chicks and cheeks and shit.
I can do that shit. Yeah.
Bitch, I'm Rick James. I'm beautiful.
I'm Rick James.
So, anyways, hey folks, as usual, we've got a clusterfuck like intro going on here with the MCU's Bleeding Edge. We're so professional over here.
Welcome to the MCU's Bleeding Edge.
This is the Bleeding Edge reactions, of course, a subset of the Bleeding Edge, and I'm here doing a group reaction of Bandmade Onset with the team from the Black Lincoln Collective podcast, and I'm going to let them go ahead and just introduce themselves one by one, starting with Freddie.
Yo, this is Freddie from the Black Lincoln Collective podcast. Tweet us.
He never does it.
blcworld.com Twitter / I love it.
There we go. Alan, go ahead.
I'm the sound guy. That's about it.
All right. And Parker.
I'm the guy who does all the talking. So Fred just interject. So thank you for having us on the show, man. Like I said, check us out at blc.world or twitter.com/blc podcast or blc world.
That's what I said.
And thank you again for having us. Freddie does the Jimmy Jammy. Alan is the producer.
That's right.
Thank you, Jeff.
It's good to be recording with these fine gentlemen, and I'm gonna be just getting right into this Bandmade reaction here in just a minute. But first, supporting women's sports here. We've got an advertisement. There we go. We're supporting women's sports every day here on the Bleeding Edge reactions. You know. There you go.
You left me speechless with that one, bro. Damn.
Hey, listen, man. You go watch some of our old videos and our old shows of me moderating the show. You'll see a lot. You'll see a lot of fucking speechless people, bro.
That was awesome.
I'll tell you right now.
I like that.
This is the only MCU, DCU, Marvel fandom show where people actually laugh.
Let's
get it. Let's get it. Bandmade Onset. Let's do it.
Okay.
Behind.
Okay, guys. First reactions.
Yeah.
First round of reactions. Okay, and just so you know, if you ever want me to pause this, just put a finger up, hit me up in the private chat, or yell
Put a
at me.
finger up
Whatever.
where?
Anywhere. Yeah. just flip me off, like whatever you gotta do, and I'll pause it. So let's get some initial reactions here. Go around the table. What do we got?
Oh, all right.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, man. These chicks are rocking, man. I mean, this
That's
is better than like. Okay, can I ask a question? Like, when is this from? What like is
this is a couple of years old. This is them live. Obviously, it's an instrumental.
Right.
So the lead singer.
Hello. Anyways, folks, I hope you enjoyed that little brief intermission. That was, of course, my boys over the Black Collective podcast doing a Bandid reaction. And yeah, Andres, you know what? I never really thought about it before, but like playing a clip of like an old show or whatever, whatnot, is a really good chance to like take a break for a minute and like stretch your legs and shit and whatnot and get a drink and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Well, but anyway, here we are, sir. I got the rest of it.
All right. One more, and then we'll get into the DC casting.
Yes, sir. Wednesday the 1st November, District 9.
Ooh.
Wednesday the 8th, Blade Runner.
Ooh, that's a good choice. District 9, I'm in. Blade Runner.
The 15th to the 22nd will be DC animated. These are all Wednesdays. And then the 29th, of course, is episode 1 Echo. Now, the 17th, the Friday of the 17th, after the Loki finale, is The Frighteners. And then on the 24th, Event Horizon.
Oh my God.
I know, Event Horizon, bro. I know, man. I picked that, of course. You know I picked that, right?
Yeah.
Can you tell? I mean, which ones? Like, you tell me. Which ones? Who do you think picked what? Who do you think? Who do you think picked The Frighteners?
I mean,
as their horror movie.
I thought that was more Jeff, more Cyber actually.
Okay.
Frighteners, it was more you as a comedic purposes.
You didn't think that would have been me that would have picked Event Horizon?
I mean,
Event Horizon is one of my faves, baby.
Hey,
all right. All right. Out of the District 9 and Blade Runner, who do you think picked who?
Wow. Well, for you, I think you're a District 9 person. I think you like that.
No, I picked Blade Runner.
Oh, really? Okay, that's cool.
You're getting stumped. You're getting stumped here, bruh.
I mean, first up, great movies. I don't know who picked them, so it's wild guess. So
this should be able to figure this one out. October, Wednesday the 4th, The Hateful Eight. Oh, then the 11th is The Godfather.
Well, The Godfather, it's Cyber, and then Hateful is you.
No, I picked The Godfather. Because Cyber's never seen it. Remember? You know what I'm saying? So he picked The Hateful Eight.
All right. I'll be joining The Hateful Eight. That's the one Tarantino film I haven't seen.
All right, folks. I hope you're tallying this. How many out of these movies is Andres now on the panel for and whatnot? Is that like what? 87% of them? 18th, the 18th, Wednesday, the 18th of October, we have Zombieland.
Ooh, I'm in.
And then the 25th is Godfather 2. Now, who do you think picked which one here?
I'm not gonna do it. Let's move on.
You already know I picked Godfather 2. I picked Godfather 1, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he picked Zombieland. Come on. And the whole time, we'll be reviewing Loki on Fridays until the 13th. Oh, we have a lot of exciting shit to cover, man. Yeah. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I'm telling you, I can't wait to review Braveheart.
Well, I'm excited to review the Godfather series, the Hateful Eight. I'm excited to review that. Django Unchained. I'm excited that I put that in my pick.
Saving Private Ryan's going to be epic.
Oh, yeah. I definitely want to be in Saving Private Ryan. That's a good movie.
All right. Now that's 89%, folks. That's Friday, the 1st of September, which will be, before you know it, we'll be right there. The 8th of that Friday is Arlington Road. Cyber picked that one.
What was it?
The 15th is I picked this one. This is the one I wanted to do already, but I ended up getting pushed off. That's Requiem for a Dream.
Oh, Waking for a Dream. I'm in.
You haven't noticed now? All right, Andres, have you figured it out yet? I'm the one that picks the more meta, like intellectual, like deep. You know what I'm saying? Like serious. You know, those are the ones I pick. Those ones, right? It doesn't matter which decade it is from or whatever, whatnot. That's the direction I go in. Cyber lends more towards like the Willow, you know, like the Frighteners. You know what I mean? Like, you know, no, it's all right. You know, Arlington Road. You know, that's what he prefers.
Yeah.
You know, I picked Coming to America, right? Of course.
Hey, folks! I think you had appreciate that he has actually a good taste in films. Like,
Oh, hey, Andre's brother. I promise you, between your pick, right? You know, you have the 18th of August. You will get another one from there. Well, I'll swap out one of those picks for you. Of course, I will. And Alan from Lifeline Collective Podcast, you're 0-1 too. So, and thank you very much, Andres, because Andres is on our highest viewed review we've ever done, The Shining.
yes, folks, thank you. The Shining is the greatest film of all time. It's Kubrick's best. I mean, in everyone's opinion, but not my opinion, because I still think The Clockwork Orange is the best movie. Clockwork Orange.
The same week we do Braveheart on Friday, we do the first episode of Ahsoka on Wednesday, the 2nd of August.
Well, just to let you know, I'm gonna be here 80% with mostly movies, but TV shows that's gonna be. I don't know.
Folks, how much you want to bet? I'll bet anybody out there in the audience right now, right? I'll bet you $20 that I'll bet you a $25 Amazon gift card that by the time we get to August, Andres will be on the first review of Ahsoka episode 1. He'll be on the panel.
No, that'd be a good time for me to have a break.
Watch, folks. I'm putting it out there right now.
No,
out and everything.
I have the Monday report and the movie reviews Fridays.
I'm going to cut this out, okay? And if I'm wrong, all right, as long as you send me a screenshot, right, and I'll do this in a short or whatever, whatnot. As long as you send me a screenshot, right, of you subscribing to Andre's 2 YouTube channels, right, and right, you give me your email address and whatnot and everything, right, literally, right, whoever, you know, if I'm wrong, I'll raffle, you know, off the. I've already got went and bought one of the raffle machines and whatnot, and everything off Amazon. It's in the mail, so I'm already ready for this. And so, if I'm wrong, right, whoever wins the raffle, you'll get a $25 Amazon gift card. Simple as that, right?
To bet, I'm gonna be in a.
You'll be on that. You'll be on Ahsoka episode 1. You'll be on the panel. Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna watch that show.
You'll be there. Yeah.
No, I didn't say no. That's it.
Everyone will be so you'll be on all these shows, all these different people that are going to be on the panels for that show and everything, and they're going to be so we're all going to be so excited and shit when we're be playing the trailers, and we're going to play in a minute and shit. And by the time we get there, you're going to be like, you know what, fuck it, I'm doing it.
But you know, you're doing other shows on Sundays, and I'm not there, so.
It doesn't matter. It's a thing. You don't have to. Andres, you're just like anybody else. You don't have to be like. It's just like with the people with the MCU. I've told you before. I had people come on and do full on. I had a Shang-Chi review. We reviewed the Shang-Chi with a guy that had only watched one MCU movie in his life. All right. So there you go, brother. You see what I'm saying? Like, I like that kind of contrast, right? You coming into Ahsoka, not being a hardcore Star Wars fan, I like that contrast because that gives you something different, a different element on the panel when you've got 3 or 4 people on there already, or 2 or 3 people on there already that are already steeped in the lore. You know what I mean? And whatnot, and know what to expect. You know what I'm saying? They know the characters. We don't, you and I wouldn't, right? That adds that contrast, right? That Kendra likes. If you're still there, Kendra, that Kendra enjoys and whatnot is the fact that Kendra told me something very humbling. She said that she didn't know that there was a show like ours or whatever, like YouTube channel or a podcast or whatnot, where you could come on and hang out with like-minded people, right? About, you know, that where you really like a lot of the same things and disagree, right? About things, have different opinions and still have fun, right? And everyone's is still cool at the end of the show. Everyone's friends and happy. So that's very Kendra, that was very. You said it differently than that, but that was very humbling to see you know that you told me that. I really appreciated that. It really made my week. You really can't get a better compliment than that, to be honest with you, can you, Andres?
Mm-hmm. Sure thing. Well, I mean, I guess you're just tricking me because you want a Nobi, a normie who hasn't seen too much Star Wars to be with you.
That's not it. I'm not trying to set you up. Come on. Listen. I came in and look. Hey, you got to give me credit. I came in and did Andor, literally knowing, right from jump, coming in knowing I didn't know shit about Star Wars. I just liked Rogue One, and off the gut, I'm like, you know what? We're gonna fucking review Andor. I love Rogue One. We gotta do Andor. Got to. Right? If it's as good as Rogue One, even close, it'll be fun. And I was coming right off the House of the Dragon, right? So I was very, very, very looking for like something really deep, something different, something like really like, solid and like quality. I didn't want, the stuff we were getting from Disney Plus Marvel was not good at that time.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So like I needed something, right? And coming off House of the Dragon, Andor seemed like the perfect pick. I saw those trailers and I was like, man, Stellan Skarsgård's in this bitch. You kidding me? Come on now. Shit. You know what I mean? Come on. At that point, I was like, oh man. And then I saw how good those trailers were. Fuck. Tony Gilroy, man. I know Tony Gilroy. So there you go. But no, honestly, Andres, no, I'm not trying to set you up, man. What I'm doing is that essentially, Red Rum, Kendra, Red Rum.
Yeah, I say murder just to let people know what is she saying.
I'm not trying to set up Andres, the pop culture guy here, with the Ahsoka thing, just to be clear here. All right. I don't do that to people. And there's your Red Rum right there. Kendra, you get the Danny 3 medals at the Special Olympics award tonight, hon. There you go. It's yours. And of course, also, you win sharing the experience with me, understanding and grasping that my penis did not fit in the Magnum condom. Very difficult moment for me.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, well, who's gonna be in the panels? I guess that's the thing.
Executive Judge, what is up? Hey y'all, what is the deal? What'd you miss? Shit, what? You kidding me? Andres flashed his penis a little while ago. You weren't there, I guess. You missed out.
No, don't say that. Nothing, Judge. You didn't mention much. We're gonna start soon the Superman casting. So.
All right.
Jeff, this is too much.
Here, I'll pull your articles up right now. You go ahead. Have at it.
Okay. That's fine. Anyway, so, all right. Hello, everyone. Well, we got last Tuesday or Monday, right? Last week, we got new casting of the Superman legacy film. 4 superheroes have been cast, and that's ridiculous. So here is. So the first one, let's get into this. So Barry's Anthony Karen is going to be cast as Metaphoro. That's the enhanced person that can mix elements of chemicals and turn his body into anything he wants. He's the character that is able to create kryptonite. Hopefully they have a picture of the comic book character. So yeah, you know him as the actor that plays Victor Sass in the TV show, the Fox show Gotham. He's been in Barry for 4 seasons. The show had just ended last week, last June, I think. He also was in The Flash in first season. He played Mr. Mist. He was that metahuman that like can turn into mist. So he was cast. He was the last actor before the strike.
Nathan Fillion is Guy Gardner. No shit.
Yes. So thank you for going into that. So then we got Nathan Fillion as the Green Lantern, Guy Gardner, in this film. So very shocking because he voiced Green Lantern as Hal Jordan in the DC animation films. Because I think our next movie in the list is going to be Green Lantern at some point, but we'll see.
I think it is. No, you're right. It is actually a Green Lantern film, or that's one is.
Okay, so and if everyone knows, that's Emerald Knights. That's the one that Nathan Fillion is in. And then we got the other actor. We have of course, Heart Girl being cast. She is cast by her actress name is escaping me. But she's the actress that was in Transformers Last Night. She was in the sequel of Sicario, The Day of.
Isabella Merced.
Yes, thank you, Jack. She's going to be cast as Hot Girl. Now, fair warning. So this Hot Girl is not the one that all of us know. She's not Cheryl Hole, the wife of Hawkman, the character we saw in Black Adam. This is a secondary character that took over the mantle of Hot Girl. So she's not going to be Shihara, which is disappointment, actually. I was kind of sad that we're not going to get the Hot Girl that I know from the cartoon show, from Justice League / Justice League Unlimited. Very sad. And then Ed Gadjiv, the young black actor there, is going to
now we have some actual pictures to work with here.
Yeah. So Native Fillion you see, and then the middle of the picture, that's the actress that's going to play Hawk Girl, and then the third person is going to play Mr. Terrific. So he's basically a very smart person. If you haven't seen Arrow, that's where he first popped up. The character was also in Justice League Unlimited. Briefly, he took over the Martian Manhunter role as the Overlook on the Watchtower. So yeah, so we got 4 superheroes gonna pop on. Now, I don't know what you guys thinking. I'm not too worried as a lot of people are with this. I mean, like, I trust Gunn to handle these multiple characters. I know they're deep cut DC characters, but I'm kind of excited. We got superhero characters in this movie. I mean, the last, Superman, the DC animation film, the Superman Man of Tomorrow, had Martian Manhunter and Lobo. Like, this is, kind of typical. So I think this is good that we're getting other superheroes. But it does add a question, like, okay, that means Superman is not the first superhero as I think a lot of us want it to be. And so it's like, I get they're starting this shared universe, but I don't know. So I'm just hoping we get a good Superman film. That's all I'm asking. So, but yeah, so I'm very excited for the Barry actor. He's great. If you haven't seen Gotham, he was a good Victor Zsasz. The least exciting actor, I guess, is the actress that's playing Hawk Girl. She's okay. But I wish we had like the actual Hawk Girl. So we'll see. But anyway,
do you see this discussion between me and Kendra going on down here?
Yeah, I can see it. What is going on here? Like,
she's over here. Look, I'm down for the reviews if you'll have me because of the timing difference. Not realizing that I'm already had sent her and said to her right here, even before then.
What do you mean? Like,
I was joking around with her. Her T-shirt will be in the mail in a few weeks. Kid. Oh
yeah. Well,
it's like yours, Andres.
Yeah. Oh, mine took very quick. I mean, it takes 2
days.
days.
No, your Ahsoka T-shirt.
No, they didn't give me my Ahsoka T-shirt. No.
Yeah.
I didn't agree on joining the Ahsoka
T-shirt. Yeah. Kendra, don't you think I should send him one?
No. How will I display my mom with the shirts? She's gonna go playing. Getting too many shirts. Anyway.
What?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second now. Wait a minute. I'll talk to you. You tell me. I'll talk to your mom. You're telling me that your mom has a problem with me simply taking advantage of the logical economic reality, the fact that I get discounts and their sales, and I get all coupons and whatnot.
No,
I get
I'm joking.
I buy these shits. I mean, what I'm saying? It's not I do it because I want to do something nice, but at the same time, it does benefit me. So what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. I don't need a shirt, Ahsoka. I just
whatever.
Shirts.
I buy the damn T-shirts because I think it's nice. I think it's cool that we all have the T-shirts and whatnot and everything. And it's a way to look back and be able to remember that we did the reviews together and whatnot, everything, right? And we experienced the show together. It's like a quasi, almost like the original Avengers getting the tattoos, right? That's how I see it, right? You know what I mean? It's like a way to remember that like we all did the reviews together and whatnot and everything. That's why I do it. I don't care about people wearing them during the shows. It's nice, but like the way all our cameras work, you don't even see the fucking logos anyway.
That's true. You cannot see my Walking Dead.
Nah, man, sir. That's why. Yeah, I mean, I would honestly. That's why I told you earlier. I'm gonna get us some Walking Dead shit. We're better off just rocking the Walking Dead shit.
Yeah.
You know.
That's true. Anyway, so another thing is, we got more confirmation of the somewhat, I guess, some stuff that Gunner's trying to do. Like, I think that Superman is going to be the main hero that's trying to stop these these many humans that like they're how you say there's going to be a situation in the Middle East in these two fictional countries as usual with DC stuff, and then Lex in part of that is trying to make a deal with something. So okay, we're getting like a political try on Superman. That makes sense, journalism and all that, and and specifically superheroes. Which is similar to what happened with Black Adam, if you remember how, like, the conversation, how the country was so suppressed and, like, the Justice Society went in. So they're trying to do, like, sort of similar to that with these characters, these 4 superheroes that we're getting. So I'm kind of curious.
What was it? Who were the people that were, like, basically like keeping the that country like under siege or whatever, whatnot?
The Intergang. That was
the Intergang. Now they're not now that was actually really dope because that connects to fucking like to
Superman.
It connects to fucking what's his name?
Darkseid,
right? Because they get their weapons and their tech and shit and whatnot from Darkseid. Right?
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah, they do. I mean,
so they did do a really good job of connecting a lot of like heavy DC comic book tropes into Black Adam.
Yeah, they did, but they didn't connect the Darkseid thing with the Intergang. And by the way, every time they adapt the Intergang, they never really do the Darkseid.
Just having Intergang in there and whatnot, everything with those weapons automatically connects them to Darkseid.
No. Like
it does though. If you know the comics.
Yeah, well, yes, they do. Like, yeah. If you know your comics, they do connect to Darkseid. But like,
there you go, Kendra. Kendra actually, we were talking one day a couple weeks ago. She actually thought that I didn't know anything about comic books or whatever and whatnot. I didn't know anything about like, about any of it, like the characters or even in DC or whatever, even in Marvel or whatever, whatnot. That I was just like some whatever, like MCU fan. And I don't think she realized that I literally have like a 20,000 plus issue comic book collection, like right out there, right? Like just sitting there. So like, yeah, Kendra, like I've read plenty of DC comics. I just don't. I've not read as many as a lot of the guests that come on. So I don't consider myself to be at their level, right? You know what I mean? I'm not as steeped in the lore like they are and whatnot. I read a lot of stuff that was just popular at the time it was popular. Like the Superman time period, right?
Yeah, in the 70s, the Intergang was there, and Darkseid was already popping up. So yeah, like it was already there. Yeah, no, I get it.
No, honestly, when you're young and you're a collector and whatnot, I read the Vertigo stuff and whatnot, and everything because I like that kind of shit. But just reading Marvel alone was enough. If you throw DC in there too, it's too much. You know what I'm saying? Like I could never handled it. At one point, I literally had 4 different Spider-Man bi-weekly subscriptions that would come in. Right? Just Spider-Man. 2 X-Men, X-Force, 3 Punishers, right? 2 Ghost Riders, all in one shot. This is what I was getting a year. Now, this is thank you, father and mother, for doing that for me. Andres is actually going to engage with you now, Kendra.
Yeah.
Kendra, I tried to get Andres to call you earlier to get you to come on the show with us tonight.
No, what are you saying? No, don't say that.
But he pussied out and wouldn't call. So, right?
We were running out of time. I wanted to be in the show. We had scheduled. He told me that you knew about the schedule of the show, so you can come. I don't know why he wanted me to call you.
Kendra, if you heard earlier, we have movie reviews on Wednesdays during Loki. So you actually can get in on some of our movie reviews. Like you could do The Godfather, for instance. I noticed that when I rewatched our animated DC review, right, that we did together, the first one that you ever did with us, right? Right? Wasn't it Andres?
Apocalypse.
No, was that what it was? Or was it Christ on Two Earths, or was it, what was it?
I don't remember. No, Crisis was the first one.
It was Crisis. Now, okay, for whatever reason, I decided to listen to. I don't watch our content, but I watched and listened to our show today on my way from Ocala to Sarasota. I listened to the whole thing. Andre, you did great, brother. But when I talked about gangster shit and how like I connected the what are they called, intergang or whatever? What are they called?
Yeah, wait, what's the gang?
What are those villains that are from the other Earth?
Oh, the crime syndicate.
When I connected them to like Chicago prohibition, like gangster types or whatever, whatnot, Kendra really like connected on that. I watched her like really like nod her head and like really seemed to like really check with me on that and whatnot. Kendra doesn't realize sometimes I pay attention to that deeply on the shows and whatnot. And so at that point I figured, well, when we went to do The Godfather, if possible, I don't want to seem like I'm genius here. Like, like I'm Brainiac, Andre's favorite. But no, I did honestly know that at one point we do Loki reviews on Fridays and we'd have Wednesday movie reviews. So I purposely put The Godfather out there on the Wednesday reviews so that
we could have easily invite her and come see her if she likes.
She works on Friday nights.
Oh yeah, okay. That makes sense.
So yes, Kendra, I purposely, in a way, did take into consideration when I scheduled the Godfather films for you, so that you can come on and do the reviews with us and whatnot. There you go, my friend. Once again, folks, for once, I'm actually revealing the inner works of True Knowledge over here at his best. See, I'm really not all that good or professional when it comes to being content creation, but when it comes to treating other people that come on the shows as friends and human beings and caring about them, I do. There you go.
Yeah,
that's where my True Knowledge shit kicks in right there, baby. Oh, you like Star Trek too? Well, I don't know shit about that. So
yeah, I like Star Trek.
Yeah, I don't even like that shit, man. So he ain't down with that.
Oh no, we need to start watching Star Trek. No, that's
do you like my Crow T-shirt? What's up? I got
Star Trek the motion picture. We need to start from Star Trek the motion picture until Star Trek. Don't change the subject.
Even I'm falling in love with this shirt, man. I can't. I feel so happy that I found a Crow T-shirt. Look, we will listen. I'm adding to the list right now. The original Star Trek films from the 80s. The original Star Trek.
Yes, we can do that. Yeah, and then we can, go from there. Yeah.
Remember, I'm gonna remember in a couple months here. I'm gonna need content anyway.
Yeah.
Right. Sure. I'm gonna need content. That's the whole deal. I'm gonna have to have it. I don't know how I'm gonna get it, but I'm gonna have to figure it out, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I cannot believe it. You had to see Star Trek 2.
Wait, I've seen the Star Trek movies.
Oh, okay, good.
No, I know how goddamn good they are. Are you kidding me? My father brought me into Star Trek with the original Star Trek.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. I've seen all the episodes of the original Star Trek with Shatner and Nimoy.
Okay, good.
That's right.
Just making sure. Anyway, so just to wrap up the legacy theme, we haven't yet have Lex Luthor yet to be cast, but we'll probably get that. It's not a debate live release, or whatever. Anyway, excuse me. We'll probably get the Lex Luthor casting after the actor strike is done, which I don't know how long that's going to take, but it seems like they want to try to do it a month this July or whatever. So we'll see. But yeah, any opinions on Jeff and the Superman casting?
No, honestly, I mean, all I can really say is just that, in general, I remain very optimistic, and I mean, I'm always optimistic, but I'm very excited.
Yeah.
About the gun slate, right? If anything, to tell you the truth, what I think we should probably do, Andres, is that the first show after we do the finale of Dead City, I think we should actually probably either dedicate the whole show or at least like a big segment on. We have not actually reconnected or retouched on the gun on where things are at with the gun slate.
Yeah,
gun slate since the initial presentation. We had a show. We had a show right after it came out. We brought Mark Rutledge in. We brought William over from Geek Gauntlet Podcast on and whatnot. Me and Cyber, and we broke it down. We did like a 3-hour thing. It was deep. The conversation was heavy. We're due to like kind of revisit, right, and kind of like get a feel, sort of like just readdress where things are at, like what we actually know now, what's actually in production, what's not, right? So why don't we make sure that we plan on doing that for our next episode, not next Monday, but the Monday after that.
Okay. I think that sounds good. Yeah,
We'll just make it a full DC episode.
Yeah, I think that would be good because we can discuss what's going on with the the DCU films, the Shazam and the Flash, and what's gonna happen with Blue Beetle next month, and crazy! It's gonna be August next month. Blue Beetle's gonna be here. It's crazy. But,
Andres, are you excited for Secret Invasion this week?
Nope. I am not.
No?
Nope. I don't know what they're having in episode 5. Like, I don't think they're sticking the landing as much.
What? What? You're losing your optimism. You're telling me that you're becoming pessimistic about Secret Invasion?
Yeah. Well, I mean, look. From the beginning, okay, I agree with Kendra. Like, as she said last week, they did it. Okay.
Kendra loves Secret Invasion.
Yeah, but she didn't like the tarot stuff either. But
isn't it so funny that we're talking about Kendra? Kendra's in the chat and that she's not on the show right now.
Yes. But the point is, I'm bringing up Kendra because she brought up a good point that we addressed the Marie Hill thing. I don't know if they're gonna address the Taros thing in next episode. I need to see what they're gonna do with that. So there's just a lot of worrying for me with this next episode. So, but we'll see. Look, I know you like the show. There's nothing wrong. Some of us have adult jobs. LOL.
Kendra, you know what? You pain in the ass. I'm telling you. You're gonna force me to call you after the show and whatnot, because again, this is why I hate messaging and hate testing, because I'm afraid to even comment in the comment section now because I'm afraid you're going to misinterpret me or whatever and whatnot, right? I remember True Knowledge, Jeff S, is very, very positive and likes people and whatnot and everything. There's no comparisons or debates or anything like that and whatnot, right? We're all the same. I just love all of you, you know what I mean? Whatnot, right? I love our team for Secret Invasion. I'm so proud of us. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I really am. And you're my friend, right? You know what I'm saying? So I know about having adult jobs and everything and whatnot, hun. Believe me, I had one for a long time, right? In another life. And now my job is to hang out with 17 and 0.75 minute every contribution Andres over here.
60-minute man. That's what Cyber told me and Ken.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's right.
60-minute man.
There you go. And don't forget, folks, and when it boils down,
monologue, man, that's you. Monologue.
All you young men out there, never forget. It's either 4 hands or nothing, baby. You feel me? That's right. It's that simple. Now, yes, sir. I'm very excited. I want things to get to a point where next year we can actually start to really look at the scheduling and deciding on which. And again, this is where the whole broadening and wanting to widen our audience to the scale that I'm trying to head into the direction I'm going. It's all interconnecting if you don't see it right now. To us reaching a point where I believe there's going to be a lot of shit to cover. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of good things coming out in the next couple of years. I'm always forecasting and preemptively looking down the road. And I see a lot of good stuff coming out. I do. And I think that's going to be a lot of fun and a good time to make content. Right.
Well, well, let's wait for that because I don't know what's going on with the actor strike. That's really pushed the content.
It's okay.
Yeah,
it won't
we
matter.
have a lot of content.
Either way, there's going to be tons of good shit to cover.
Yeah, exactly. So, thank goodness we're starting with the Walking Dead TV series.
Hey, the second Dune film is coming out in a couple months.
That's true. Yep.
We still have not done an actual Dune review on the Bleeding Edge. We never did one. Last year's Dune, we never reviewed it here. I've reviewed it on other shows.
2 years.
Did you watch it?
No. I was kind of curious, but I'll see. I guess I'm probably gonna see it.
You know what? I'm gonna send you a link to the show to a YouTuber that got me into the lore, the Dune lore. That's what sucked me into Dune. Yeah, the lore. Just same thing with Game of Thrones. I didn't watch it, right? The first season, I got hurt.
Okay.
But the lore videos on YouTube, those big long lore videos where people will just talk about the other countries and shit, Asai and all that kind of stuff and whatnot. It just like dragged me in, man. And then when I actually saw the breakdown of the Dance of the Dragons, I was like, oh shit, they're gonna make a show out of this. Gotta cover it.
Yeah, I've seen those kind of videos before. They're really good. I listened to one for Dune one.
Well, good. How about the Ahsoka trailer, baby? What's up?
Yeah, let's do that.
You know, this way, while it's on, we can figure out what color T-shirt I should get you.
No. Is Cyber gonna review the show? I guess.
What do you mean? Of course he will be. He'll be moderating. We'll be rotating moderation every episode.
All right. If Cyber and Kendra are gonna be in it, I'll go.
Cyber does the Wednesday shows with me and the Friday shows with me every week.
All right, I know that. So,
we're doing Ahsoka on Wednesday, so he'll be there.
Okay.
So you said you're in. If Cyber's there and Kendra's there, you're in.
Yeah. I'll go, and so you can leave me alone. I'll join.
What? Oh man, see, that's not even right. Put me in that. Now you're gonna put me in that spot there.
No. If Cyber and Kendra are there, then I'll be happy to do it.
Where's the second trailer at?
Should be there. Oh, right there. Right there.
Right here. This is it.
Yeah, right there. Yeah. Good job.
We are no.
Ooh, that's a really good scene. Yeah. All right, folks. Ahsoka, trailer 2. This shit is gonna be dope as fuck. I cannot wait. So excited to review this. Just that shot right there.
It's inevitable. One must destroy in order to create.
Oh man.
We are no Jedi.
I know who that is.
Yeah.
It's from the Cold War.
I started hearing
He's that former Jedi that became a Sith.
Of Thrawn's return as heir to the Empire.
Thrawn.
What happens when we find Thrawn?
Power. Such as you've never dreamed.
Elon. I don't know who she is. Her, I don't know.
Most of my life fighting a war. That's why I'm trying to convince you to help me prevent another one.
That's the focus Padawan.
You and I both know who could help you with this.
She's still just as stubborn as ever.
And she's from the Rebels.
But your master found you difficult at times.
Anakin never got to finish my training. I walked away from him. Just like I walked away from Sabine.
You never made things easy for me. Master.
Is that R2-D2?
No, that was like a
Jedi. Sometimes you have to make the decision no one else can. But I'm counting on you to see this through.
Nice haircut.
That's right. She's a Mandalorian. I forgot. I love it.
Sometimes we have to do what's right, regardless of our personal feelings.
Buckle up.
If we don't stop Thrawn, everything will be in vain. You have no power.
Anakin spoke highly of you.
I'm not here to discuss my past.
That place is really awesome.
We have a lot of work to do.
Once a rebel, always a rebel.
That's fucking awesome, dude. That is fucking awesome.
August 23rd. That's like a month.
Dude, the fucking music in that is fucking awesome.
Yeah. So, the kid that was in the hologram, he was also from the Rebels. He was the main character.
No, I get that, and that's why, it's perfect. The timing's gonna work out perfect. I'm gonna have to just go ahead and wrap up the Clone Wars and just knock it out, right? You know what I'm saying? So I can go right into Rebels and I can watch Rebels.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because from what I understand from talking to Jay, Jason over at DJB Productions Network or whatever, whatnot. One of Danny's team. He told me he's the one that told me about the Thrawn books and whatnot that I ordered. He told me that if I just watch Rebels, I'll understand everything that's happening in these trailers.
Okay.
Right.
By the way, Thrawn looks great. I think they really nailed his look.
You know his brother played the father in Rogue One, right? The actor's brother.
That's Mexican.
Yeah, his brother was what's her name? Jin's father.
Yeah, I know who he is. I know he's in Rogue. So his brother's playing Thrawn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The other brother is the one that was the father that helped build the Death Star, but then also gave them the rebels that way to destroy it.
That makes sense. Yeah, he was always in the top list of fan casting. So, like, it was him or Benedict Cumberbatch. That was he was the highly likely one. Yes, Kendra, he has the average monologue time of 24 minutes. Olaf. So, but it's very funny.
What did you think of that trailer, Andres? Did that get you going or what?
Well, I'm too old. So anyway,
tell me if you thought the trailer was exciting or not.
Yeah, it was good. It was great. I like the sabers and actually, I like the effects here. They look pretty neat. I think the show looks really gorgeous. I think they done a really good job. Yeah, no problem, Kendra. Screen you. Yeah, not bad. I guess it looks fun.
Hey, I love it. Honestly, Andres, I mean, I never finished it earlier, but I like seeing you nut up and whatnot and everything and tackle something like Ahsoka because you know what? Like I was saying earlier, I never finished. Dude, I stepped up to Andor having no fucking clue what I was walking into. Right? I tried to do some research and whatnot and everything, but what research does it really do when you're working with something that's just coming off? It's a prequel to Rogue One, right? That it's not even really a part of the whole Star Wars universe. It was almost like an albatross. You know what I mean? That led nowhere, tied to nothing. You know what I mean? It's a part of the timeline, right? Which I now understand, right? You know what I mean? Because of becoming. I'm slowly becoming a part of the Star Wars fandom. I am, if I'm not already there. And again, what that ends up doing to me, Andres, is I have to go back and revisit and rewatch all the Star Wars stuff now. I do. I've got to rewatch it. Because I watched the second trilogy. I watched it when I was freaking in my late teens, early 20s. Right? I mean, at that age, if the first 5 minutes wasn't that good, I probably just said the whole thing sucked.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. So I'm just looking at the casting. Freaking David Tennant's gonna be in this. This is
David Tennant's gonna be in it too?
Yeah, he's gonna be an android called Han Yen, a lightsaber crafting droid.
Dude, David Harbour is gonna be in fucking Thunderbolts.
Yeah, I know that. I mean, I know that since 2 years. Did you know that?
Yeah. You know that fucking that Yelena and Winter Soldier are gonna be like the team leaders, right?
Well, yes. Well, it seems like Elena's going to be the main leader, right?
She will be, yes. The way they put it out and everything is that she'll be the main leader, but I don't see how it only makes sense to me that with Bucky's personality, I would anticipate that he would end up becoming almost like an assistant coach or whatever, you know what I mean? Kind of, right?
Yeah, seems like it. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, they haven't, revealed anything new in Thunderbolts. I mean, not now with the actor strike. So,
hey, it's still late. As far as I know, we're gonna get Captain America 4 and then Thunderbolts.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if Captain America got finished with their stuff.
Captain America 4? Are you kidding me? Captain America 4 is going to be near post production soon.
Yeah.
It's coming out. Captain America 4 is coming out guaranteed next year, brother.
We'll see.
What do you mean we'll see? It's coming out.
Yeah.
Marvel and Disney are not going to allow there not to be at least 3 MCU films that come out next year.
Yeah, we'll see. Hold on.
What do you mean we'll see?
Well, yeah, just remember the strike is very complicated.
Captain America 4 was already in cinematic production months and months and months before the strike even occurred.
True.
Yeah, no, it's a done deal.
We'll see. Hold on. I want to see this. Okay, from filming took place March to June 23. Okay, so they're done.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, they're done filming.
Yeah, they wrapped it on June 30th. Okay.
Yeah, they're in post production.
All right, that's fine.
It's coming. It's a guarantee. It's coming out this year. I can't wait. You're talking about fucking stoked.
Well, in that note, let's talk about the Marvels to wrap up the show.
Shit, I could watch that Ahsoka trailer like 5 times in a row.
Marvels. Let's get this over.
Well, hold on. The Marvels. Okay.
Yeah, the Marvels.
The Marvels.
Yep, the Marvels.
What do you know about this, brother?
Not much.
I love being with people. It's the most incredible thing in the world.
What are you doing? Oh, this is nice.
That world may change and evolve. But the one thing that will never change, we're all part of one big family. That man next to you, he's your brother. That woman over there, she's your sister.
Higher, further, faster, baby.
That's right.
We're all part of one universe
Wakanda forever!
that moves ever upward and onward to greater glory.
On your left.
I've lived a lot of lives. But I'm done running from my past. We have unfinished business. Who's we? When you love something, you fight for it. We're the ones who changed everything.
There you go, folks.
Really? Anyway, I remember this. This was in the Disney investment day, well, when they were trying to amp up the investors. And why do you put that clip? That was the worst clip.
They should have added that to the fucking Celebration Movies thing.
We were ending in a positive note. This is not positive. This is so wrong. Anyway, look, I don't like Eternals, but
Hey, I got to rewatch it again, and maybe I'll enjoy it more. But no, the reason I played it was because, it's been a long time, but in more positive MCU times, or like when things were getting kind of rough there, that was something I would drop during shows and whatnot, right? Just to kind of revitalize the panel, you know what I mean? Whatnot, right? Just to kind of bring the energy back, right? And it still has the same effect. I mean, I've had people literally, I've played that before, and people cry like afterwards and whatnot and everything, and like they have tears in their eyes, right? Because they've never seen it before, and that beginning with Stan Lee is powerful.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to remember. I don't think they used the Stan Lee, or maybe it's been 2 years since Phase 4 started. It just shows how long it's been.
Almost 5 years since Endgame came out.
Yeah, 5 years. Yeah, it's coming that time. Yeah, so it's very intriguing about the release dates that they were showing. Like, Doctor Strange, it moved 2 months after that, like, initial March thing, and of course, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever didn't stick with the July.
That's one of the things that Cyber also mentioned to me the other night when him and I were talking. I told you briefly about, like, what Igor said the other day, right? He said that the fucked up scheduling, like the putting the stuff out and saying that it was going to come out on certain dates and whatnot, and then pushing stuff off, that didn't help anything either with the fandom. Like, that did not make things more. That was not positive for people in the fandom at all. I don't think, and he's right. I think because we all became so consistently feeling like we can just rely on Feige and his genius, right? And his chalkboard or whatever and whatnot in his office, right? With that big, right? You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about, that joke.
Yeah, I know. I heard
right? That at that point when he would say that we were going to get something at a certain date, that meant.
Well, right? actually, be careful with that. That always been like that with MCU films. Like, just remember, Phase 3, they have to reschedule dates as well. Like, remember, when Phase 3 was announced, the Inhumans were in the release date. Captain Marvel was supposed to come out in 2017.
The Inhumans was?
Yeah.
As a movie?
Yeah, that's the thing. If you if you weren't paying attention to the MCU news back in 2014, the Inhumans was a movie until, Feige went up to Iger to, like, tell him that he cannot work with, Plummer and the whole situation back in 2015. So the beginning of Phase 3, they restructured that. And also remember, the Spider-Man deal didn't happen until 2015. So when they got that deal, they had to add Spider-Man into the Phase 3 and the sequel to, and Ant-Man. And the Ant-Man sequel, they didn't know if Ant-Man was going to be successful. And so when the first movie did well, they put the sequel to 2018 and it got pushed. So, so Phase 4 was, like, not a big surprise. But you did notice in the, the heaven, God. But, it wasn't that the dates were pushing. That's common in Hollywood and movie things. The big issue was after the movie's release and hearing that they, start rushing, reshoots and changing last minute ideas to just make the film. It's just totally unethical. I know they've been doing that since the first Iron Man movie, but it sometimes works, but sometimes it doesn't work. And that was the whole issue with Phase 4, the half mark of Phase 4, really.
If Stan Lee had a cameo in She-Hulk, it would have been him in, like, a cage, right? With, like, a leather suit on and shit and whatnot, and a collar, like a dog collar.
No, I don't think so. And thank God he's not alive to see She-Hulk, but we'll see. Anyway. So I'm curious about the Marvels, because that was the thing. Last news about the Marvels was they were having reshoots. That's why they got pushed to November, because they were supposed to come out in just July.
Warren has, and shout out to you, Warren, over at Cosmic Wonder. You're a great guy, you're a great creator. very informative, and you're very helpful to me and whatnot. And I've made an effort multiple times to reach out to you in your comment session, and you've responded, and I thank you, and everything and whatnot for like, you know, providing info and news and like stuff and whatnot for me to be able to talk about. Thank you. But no, Warren does a great job over at the Cosmic Wonder on YouTube, and basically, if I remember correctly, I think that he said that God, with the he said essentially that it's basically right when the finale of Secret Invasion comes out, within that week, if not week and a half, we should expect to get the next the full Marvel's trailer, not the teaser, but the full second trailer.
Makes sense,
right?
Yeah, it's. I mean, look, sometimes they will drop the trailer without us knowing, and sometimes they will, like,
Well, Fury's going to be in the Marvels, and like, you know, at that point, I don't care how people feel about Secret Invasion at the end of the day. If they're 50-50 about it or whatever, they're not going to be able to sit there and say that fucking Fury wasn't good. You know what I'm saying? Everybody loves Nick Fury, man. How many people I've never heard one fucking person ever once on the Bleeding Edge, ever on the panel one time, ever say, I don't like Nick Fury. Nick Fury was not good in the movie.
No.
It's never fucking happened.
No. That's the only thing that we can...
Ever.
Yeah. No. I mean, it's Samuel Jackson. Samuel Jackson's great.
So I've never heard it anywhere from anybody.
It's true.
Because he's black either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Isn't it funny? No, seriously, isn't it funny how now they race swapped Nick Fury, right? But did one fucking person say one thing about it? Nope.
No.
Not one person. Now,
Yeah,
again, same shit.
Yeah.
I know a lot of comic book accurate fucking creators and whatnot that really, really like take that shit very seriously. They never made one peep. One peep. All that matters is how well the actress or actor performs in the role.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, the Nick Fury thing, it's funny because that was already exists before Sam was cast. See, there was already a color squad during the comic books and the Ultimates. That's how they got the idea of Samuel Jackson to be Nick Fury.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it's not like the movies did it. It's actually the comic books did it. So the Ultimates, it was written by Mark Millar, who did the Kingsman comic series, the Kick-Ass series. He's the one that.
When did it come out though? Because I mean, even Samuel Jackson said that when he was given his comic book material to like prepare for the role, what they get and the issues, the comics they gave him, he was white.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. But that was just remember that's before the main continuity brought over the Ultimate version to be.
Okay, so you're saying the Ultimate version is like that's outside of the 616 kind of like universe that the MCU is based off of.
Yeah, so because the first phase of the MCU were based on.
I get it. No, because they wanted to maintain a comic book accurate Nick Fury.
Yeah, so
to be comic book accurate, you'd want to stick with the older material, not the newer stuff.
Yeah,
even I know that.
Yeah, well, that, but then also because Fury, because Sam heard about the comic book, if they had to, because in Hollywood you have to get approval from their state or them.
You're right. He did. He heard about the comic book that it was.
It's funny.
They didn't give. Yeah, you're right. I was fucking with you on that one. I wanted to see what you say. Yeah, they didn't send him shit. No, he found out it was white. The character was white.
Yeah. No. He found out about his likeness being used. That's not what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So you don't know about this story. So when he was cast as Nick Fury, he said this many years ago, but he didn't know about the likeness of this character. So he, made a deal if they were going to make a movie about Nick Fury or cast someone, they could call him off. And so that's how they got Sam to be Nick Fury for the first Iron Man movie.
Really?
And then.
Oh, so he actually put himself out there.
Yeah, I mean, he's a comic book fan, Samuel Jackson.
Wow, I did not know that. Thank you, Andres.
Yeah, I mean, Samuel Jackson, he will do anything.
No, that doesn't surprise me at all. But I mean, look, what's her name? Look at the Kendra that Kendra likes so much. I like her too.
Olivia Colman.
Olivia Colman. Like, I mean, she, I've read like 2 different articles. I should have played them on the show where she talked about how she like has been begging like to get into the MCU for years.
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like she's been telling her agent to tell, but like say anything. Like she'll take any role or whatever, you know what I mean? Whatever, whatnot to like be in the MCU. Right.
Yeah.
So like, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's always interesting to me. And that's why I bring it up, Andres. I know you've noticed me bring it up a couple times now. The fact that people can say what they want in the fandom. People can complain and bitch and eat off of fucking the negativity of the MCU shit and their releases, their productions, whatever. Everything's not perfect. At the end of the day, the fucking best actors and actresses out there want to be in the MCU.
Yes. Come on.
Like, you know, and it's not because of money. I don't think it's not all because of money.
No. I mean, come on. Like their peers, like have joined the MCU, and like they say, okay, it seems fun. You know, like at the point of their careers, they want to do something fun. So it looks awesome. You know. And
no, like that's. I honestly, I don't think that I don't think that it's that Marvel Studios and this superhero genre dominates the cinematic landscape completely at all. I don't think that at all. Maybe for a moment it did, but what I actually do believe is that people don't grasp, and I think that if you did a deep dive, you'd see this probably correlate. I think there was just a place in cinema, right, and in TV and everything, in this trope of entertainment, where there was a spot where there was a lack of something that fucking Feige gave people with the first 3 phases of the MCU, the Infinity Saga, right? There was something in it, right, culturally, societally, inside of people, internally. That's why so many people across the board of all races, all cultures, all countries love the MCU, right?
Yeah. I mean, they change everything. I mean, from the first Avengers, and then Guardians, and then Black Panther. You know,
it'll take years. It'll take years before. Hopefully, we'll still be making content and talking about this shit, Andres. Years down the road, people will look back and really grasp the impact on the entire industry, on everything.
So anyway, so the Marvels. So,
oh no, listen, hey, we'll talk about the Marvels on another episode, man. The movie doesn't come out for what, 2 months?
Yeah.
When does it come out? In November or December?
November.
Shit, yeah, man, it's July, bro. Come on now.
All right. Anyway,
yeah, I've got a freaking I've got a 1:30. I've got a 1.75 a.m. appointment at the massage parlor. So
please don't use it. It's getting over, man. You don't need that. Just use more Dave Chappelle. That's it.
Oh God! Whatever.
Oh my God.
I know, and believe me, I look. I know when shit's starting to get too stale, and I drop it. Believe me, I do. Yeah, don't worry, Andres.
No worries.
You've been watching out for me. No, you later, man. I'm teasing you, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm teasing you too. We're teasing each other for the whole 2 hours.
Hey, I know. You know what? And hey, we had a good show. So
yeah, I agree.
So you tell me, when you first saw that Marvel Studios celebrates the movies, right? Of course, things have not evolved quite the way that it was presented to us in that, but it was pretty intense, right? I mean, I remember when I saw it the first time, I was just like dumbstruck.
Yeah, I mean, that was still COVID pandemic. It was 2021, so we were still there, but it got better after that year.
I think it was right. I think it was literally just a couple of months right before Black Widow came out.
Yeah, that's the thing. I remember that clip. It was like before the movie was premiering. So yeah, I mean, because at that point we were having the Disney Plus shows. Like we already had WandaVision, Falcon the Winter Soldier, and then
we started on. We just started with reviewing WandaVision.
Yeah, same here with me. With my second channel, we started with Phase 4, and Loki. What's going on? I think this time.
Yeah, and WandaVision was my number 1 pick in our ranking that year of all the MCU releases and whatnot. I picked WandaVision as my number 1. Nobody else did out of the whole show. I think we had 9 people on.
Yeah.
It was a 2-parter. And I was the only person that picked WandaVision. Everyone was shocked that I picked it.
Yeah.
No one else even had it in their top 3. I thought it was a masterpiece personally, but
I mean, like people have their different tastes. I mean, Loki and
Disney Plus dominated that year. Out of my top 5 selections, 3 out of the 5 were Disney Plus series. The other 2 were movies.
Yeah. Like, even Star Wars was going on during that year. Like Boba Fett was like last year. I think Boba Fett was last year.
We reviewed Boba Fett. We did.
Yeah. Oh God.
We did. It got rough there at the end, man.
Yeah.
But the Tuscan shit was dope.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wear my Tuscan outfit. I'm gonna wear my Tuscan costume and moderate in it again, like I did during the Mandalorian. You didn't know about that, did you?
No.
Oh yeah, I moderated episodes of the Mandalorian reviews and whatnot as a full Tuscan Raider, as a part of my, as a part of my role as a Tuscan translator.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know about that, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that part you told me on the phone.
Yeah, I'm still taking my Phoenix online courses, right, to learn Tuscan. I go to Tatooine occasionally, right, to hang out with the same people.
Yeah, sand people. Oh,
yeah.
God, Lord, do you remember the line that Anakin say in Episode 2, Attack the Clones? The sand gets to you. It's so hot. I hate the sand.
So I'm on the show the one time, right, and I'm saying how like we're talking about, and I'm like, if I was fucking, I was like, if I went up there when I went to Tatooine and was fucking with the Tuscans, right? I didn't do what Boba did when they had me like, they made me sniff the lizard and all that shit and whatnot and everything. I had Captain Marvel's butt double step in for me, right? So I didn't have to do that whole like running through the desert shit for 3 days, whatever, like Boba did. That shit looked exhausting, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I just had Captain Marvel's butt double step in real quick for me. And then when I got to get my stick, right, for my spear or whatever the fuck it was, she jumped out. I swapped it and just kind of sprayed some water on my face and shit and whatnot, rubbed some sand on myself, right? The Tuscans are not very intelligent people, so like,
no, they're not.
No, they didn't know the difference. I got my stick and shit. I was like, let's do it, right?
Yeah.
You had to be there, Andres. You had to be there, brother.
Nope. I'm good.
Andres, we're getting close to a mark, brother. We're getting close to our first 3-hour live stream together. We're 13 minutes away, man.
Yeah, it's closer now. I think it's
we're setting records here, baby.
No. Why? But I mean, Brie Larson's a good actor. I mean, I'm excited for the Marvels. Let's stick with the Marvels. I think would be pretty good. Nice card. We know you made these cards. So the Marvels, I'm hoping they will do a better job with Carol Danvers this time around. I mean, hoping that adding, Miss Marvel and Monica from WandaVision will add more like depth, to her character. And I'm somewhat excited for the villain. Yeah, I mean, she's not the only Marvel character that got short haircuts. Like, remember, Natasha, Black Widow went through so many hairstyles over the years. You can't believe it.
God.
I mean, no. But like Natasha went with long hair, short hair for the two at first.
Hey, Bree's ass actually looks a little bit curvy in that one.
That was Tom Holland. That was an edit that you probably did or someone else did in the internet. Anyway, but and then you got Nick Fury coming back here. See, I'm kind of curious, like how much the Secret Invasion is going to affect the Marvels. Like where we're going to leave Nick in the show, and where is he at in the Marvels? Because I'm more concerned about that than anything else.
I mean, I honestly, I think actually I talked to Kendra and John about that already too, like how that's going to play out. I don't even see the connection right now.
Yeah, it's just very jarring because you got the series, like you got Secret Invasion being series, right? This dark, gritty, like spy thriller, sci-fi, and then you get the Marvels that's like very light and like very much like MCU, like fair, like it's almost like Ant-Man the Wasp or like or the first Thor movie, or like it's trying to do like this very cosmic, fun kind of feel to it. Like Love and Thunder / Ragnarok, something like that. It's weird that we're getting this series and then that, but then it's weird because we're gonna get Loki in between the movie. I don't know. It's just real bizarre. It's just I don't know.
Well, maybe the answers might be right here.
Okay. There's a program in the UK called Stars in Their Eyes, where normal members of the public go on and dress up and imitate, their favorite iconic stars. So let's see who this woman is going to be.
Και εμείς αποχαιρετούμε τη Μαντό και υποδεχόμαστε τον Stevie Wonder.
What? No. No. All right. Okay. So you're going to have this white woman turn into a blind black man. Really, I just want to see it just because. Really, let's see. Oh my God! Why would someone do this? She's even pretending to be blind. She's got the assistant. Really? Oh my God. This is wrong on so many levels, but it's really, oh my God. Stevie Wonder. Some people would say this is Karen's gone too far, but I don't even know. I'm sorry. This is ridiculous. They're clapping. Why are they clapping? This is stupid. This is so wrong, but I'm sorry. This is one of the funniest things I think I've ever seen. No. No. This is where someone's gone too far. I'm going to mute it, but let's just see her acting. This is ridiculous. She's going ham.
Oh my God! You have to send me. You have to send me the link. I think that's
good, huh?
Yeah.
You want that link? Yeah.
Send it now. So.
You want it really quick. Huh? That's a funny one, huh?
Yeah. It's just the guy. Like, it's true. It's just so offensive. Like,
when that chick sat down there as Stevie Wonder and started pretending to play the keyboards and shit, whatnot, I swear to God, the first time I ever saw it, I literally almost fell down.
Oh my God.
I literally almost fell over, bro. When she started bobbing her head and shit and everything and whatnot, I was like, I fucking almost lost it.
Oh my God. I just want to see how it ends because it'd be hilarious.
The first time I ever played that, I had 3 black people on the show and me.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh my God.
I staged it for them. Yeah. Isn't that great? And they thought it was funny as shit.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, fuck yeah. What are you kidding? It is funny. It's fucking hilarious.
Hey.
Yo, this is TrueKnowledge over here, baby. What's up? Born and raised from New York. What's up? This is my New York accent's gone. Don't blame me. Blame the freaking my ex-wife Amanda that decided to have to be born from the Cajun swamp part of freaking Northwest Louisiana and whatnot. Right?
Yeah.
Being with her for 10 years is what rubbed my New York accent away. You know what I mean? So I miss it, to be honest with you, but whatever. Anyways, no, but seriously, man, I'm telling you. No, look, I started that show off by saying, I was like, all right, folks, I'm gonna put it out there right now. I'm gonna call Kevin Feige and I'm gonna call Disney after the show and let them know that I definitely met my racial diversity quota, inclusivity quota this month, tonight, right? There you go.
True.
And they all thought that was funny as shit too.
Yeah, well, it's true. I mean, because it happened in all Phase 4 and all that. Like, there.
No, I said that in front of all the 3 black guests.
Anyway.
Yeah, you never do that. No. That'd be very awkward for you, Andres.
Yeah, well, too old.
Andres is tired because he has uploaded 13.25 podcasts today already, right? / like video versions of them. So he's tired.
Yeah. No. It's already overtime. So
hey, I told you, man, if you want to start grinding at true knowledge level, you got to start fucking with crack, baby. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
No.
Okay, remember now, we're not here to judge anybody. We want to handle this with love, right? You want to tell him how his drug abuse has hurt you, maybe hurt himself. Okay, Harold, what time did you tell him to be here?
5 o'clock, but he's always late.
No, he'll be here. In 3, 2, 1.
Is this a 5 o'clock free crack giveaway?
Folks, the MCU'S YouTube channel and podcast would like to thank you very much for getting us to almost 30,000 subs very soon. I think we're probably a couple weeks away from getting there. And I want to thank Andres again. Episode 5 of the MCU Bleeding Edge Report is now over. Even though we're still alive and everything and whatnot. Right? We're still here. And we'll be back for Dead City episode 6, the finale. Hopefully it will be I will be able to rate it above a 5.25, whatever the fuck I gave it earlier for episode 5. And hey, Kendra, thank you very much for jamming it out with us in the comment section. It was fun bullshit with you and everything and whatnot. Enjoyed it. Good show, Andres. We killed it.
Yeah, we did.
Lots of good segmental shit we can chip off and break off and whatnot and everything and fucking, reuse. But anyways, folks, look, this Wednesday, and I'll tell you right now, tomorrow I'll be advertising and promoting the fuck out of this. We're gonna be doing our 5th episode review of Secret Invasion with Kendra, right? Hopefully we'll have Rico on if I can get over there to the comic book shop and not have him come on, and he can not be in the freaking Mariana Trench dimension once again.
He just needs his headphones. That's it.
He had the headphones on last time.
Yeah, it sounded less annoying.
Yeah, but I had the echo though.
Yeah, well, it has to be something in your microphone.
It wasn't me.
I don't know.
Remember, we muted him, and it was only on his end that I was echoing. With everyone else, there was no echo.
That's weird.
I'm going there. Plus your comments. I'm going there tomorrow. Right?
No.
I'm going to go. I got to get that shit straightened out with him and whatnot before the show. I have to. But but we're going to do our review of episode 5 of Secret Invasion, the one that Andre is very dubious about. On Wednesday night, Kendra will be here. John will be here.
All of us.
We'll all be here. Cyber will be here. I think it's it's my turn to moderate. Cyber's got the finale. Right? Yep.
No,
it's my turn. I've got episode 5. Cyber's the finale. Yep. And then basically, on Friday we got 7. Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman, Gwyneth Paltrow, Kevin Spacey. What else is there to say?
I'll be in that. I like 7.
Oh, we're now at 91% panel attendance now on the movie reviews, folks. By the way, also this Sunday, I will actually be home and able to produce a decent part 2 of my Andor season 1 breakdown and recap. So it will not be a shit show type show like my first one was. I promise. I'll have some good guests on. And hey, Monday next week, very soon from now, you'll see us again.
Yep.
All right. Sorry about that, Andres. We had to get to 3 hours, bro. You got to, man. Yeah, learn, dude. That's how it is. That's the game, maybe. You know what I'm saying? When you see spots like this and you know that you're that close, you got to get that shit. How are we doing, brother? What would you rate? What would you give me a quick rating? What's your rating for our episode out of our 5 episodes for tonight? What's our rating?
Oh my god. I mean, it's still like a 9 out of 10 out of 10. It's good.
I'll give it. I say I'll give us an 8.5 for tonight.
Oh, okay.
We had a good flow. That break really helped a lot. I don't know about you, but it helped me.
Yes, I think so. Yeah, I think that worked.
It did. Most definitely. All right, folks. Now we're at 3 hours, so we can get the fuck out of here. Andres, love you, brother. I'll see you soon, man. Peace, folks.
The hoes are laughing?
Yep.
So the audience are a bunch of hoes.
Yep.
like that?
Catch you outside? What does that mean?
What I just said.
Catch her outside and she'll go outside and do what she has to do. That's what she's talking about.
Oh, yeah,
This
yeah.
is